We are live. Live from the 305.
We good. We up. So, in true black fashion, we are only slightly late. Trying to see if our YouTube listeners can hear us. I know that they're on the other live.
Right.
Let me see here. Go ahead and let people take the time to get up in there. I need to jump on the YouTube one and let them know, like, hey.
So, it's a new one.
What's going on, good people? What's happening? Let's see.
Somebody's here. Wait. Yeah. Oh, I know who that is. I think that's my son.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shout out to everybody that's just awkwardly watching us at the moment. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna give y'all some background. So we started the live, and I don't know what happened. It just kept saying that the cam was unavailable.
It wasn't trying to work for us. It wasn't
working
I'm not
for
working
us.
for you niggas.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with it, but tis happens. Now I'm trying to talk to the people that are on the other live.
Yeah, the one that didn't work. Come on over to the new joint. It's working now.
Because I don't know what the deal was with that.
Yeah, that was a little odd. That was a little odd. And it's funny because I'm like, you know what? The only thing that can stop us at this point is something like that happening. But hey.
Pretty much, yeah. There's technical difficulties. I'm not even going to share this one on Facebook. So it's about to be a whole bunch of unheard situations here.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one isn't working.
If they really fucks with us, they'll find it.
He said
they'll find it.
They'll find it.
Yeah, they'll find it. If they really fucks with us.
Yeah, because there's a few of them still waiting on the other one. I'm going to have to delete that one. This is probably the most behind the scenes y'all are going to get. The most raw and rugged. Let's see what's going on here. So what are we talking about today? Can you hear us, person that's on the current live?
Yeah, can you hear us, boy?
For the YouTube stream. Can you hear us?
Can anybody hear us for that, man?
Oh, okay, yeah, they can hear us.
Okay.
Appreciate everybody's patience trying to get all this stuff taken care of.
You got to remember, Los got those hot dog thumbs, so it takes him a minute to do stuff.
It takes some time, you know.
Yeah.
No problems. All right, so we got 4.
3.
Finally made it up in there.
3, 4. Welcome,
goddammit, welcome. We're just trying to get everything set up.
We ain't really
now.
started yet getting behind the scenes stuff that we would do before we do a show.
Right. This is the negative of just pressing record and having the power to like edit stuff and change it later. Y'all don't get all this, this raw, rugged behind the scenes work here.
Nah.
But I'm glad that they were able to see on the other live that things weren't really working out on that one. Big fact, Scholar. It is absolutely Black History Month.
And the last day of Black History Month.
The last day.
So yeah, y'all gonna take
we're doing this episode late, so this is cliche black folk. But we're trying to get it worked out.
We late, but I guess we'll touch on it a little bit later, but technically this is a little bit of a bonus.
Absolutely.
What I say? Bonus.
While we're getting all this stuff done, again, I want to shout out all of the podcasts that were a part of Black Podcast Month. So definitely big up to Brunch with the Besties, big up to the Pink Lemonade podcast, as well as the Cloth Talk podcast. Big up to Junior the Truth for coming through and sharing his brand with us. We didn't get a chance to have the roommates on, but definitely shout out to the roommates for at least agreeing to come through. Exactly. Scheduling is definitely a bitch, but we'll definitely get everything worked out. I see Truth and hop on the Noize one. What's up, love? So at least I know the Noize one is working.
Yeah.
So the second funny thing, I can't see it on my phone because the signal over here is trash. It's big trash. But again, we're gonna make sure we get all this stuff done for you.
Yeah.
Kev, keep him busy while I'm trying to get all this stuff loaded. Sing something.
Sing? No, I'm not gonna do
He said,
that.
no, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I will say though, even though I suck at rapping, if I was in the music industry, I would want to be a singer.
Why is that?
I would want to
Actually, I agree with you. But
I would want to be a
reason?
singer because I just think they got so much room to be cool. And then maybe because I'm such a notoriously bad rapper, but I would want to be. I mean, I can't sing either, but I would want to be a singer. If I was.
Do you have more belief in your rapping skills?
No.
I'm sorry. Do you have more belief in your singing skills?
I have more belief in my singing skills than I do my rapping skills. And again, I can't do either, but I think I'm a better singer than I am rapper. And it's funny because back in my like 13, about 12,
back in my youngin' days,
yeah, back in my days, I was trying to be a rapper in this little group with my cousins and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I sucked.
So you ain't get a ghostwriter?
Boy, I suck. Them niggas suck too.
Wait, but that's the point of getting a solid ghostwriter, though. You have to get somebody that
listen. It was everybody for themselves, and we all sucked. They just sucked a lot less than I did. I remember when we were doing this thing, I don't want to say a band because we weren't a band because none of us played instruments, but we were a group, right? So around this time, we're doing this, and then I think B2K comes out.
Uh-huh. And K, I saw what the fuck you just said. I'm gonna be back, but continue.
So B2K comes out, and I remember my cousin saying, "Those are the people we're gonna have to compete against." I looked at him like, "Bro, did you really just say that to me?"
If that's the case, we lost. Did we
right?
Just
we lost off top. But did you really just tell me we got to compete against B2K?
Now you know
really.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna tell this story too while I'm trying to get this stuff.
I can't wrap my way out of a paper bag, but we got to compete against B2K.
We
lost.
I got a homeboy that's actually done a few shows with Beat Network on Back to the Classic. Shout out to Jace Battle. He had a homeboy that he was real big on getting into the industry before Undertaker lost his title. He's a wrestler. And
I thought you was going to music. He's a full-blown wrestler.
No, this is wrestling. So he goes into it and he's like, yeah, you know, we is Taker still champion? And he's like, I believe so. And he's like, yeah, okay, I got just enough time to get in there and beat him. I'm like, listen, I love
he was shooting for the stars.
I completely love the energy. Definitely, shoot for the moon, aim for the stars, and make sure you land on the cloud on the way down. Absolutely. However, your intentions are entirely too fucking high.
Yeah.
You're not coming out the gate with a Grammy.
I think
who else should jump on? Lex Love, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey,
can y'all
Lex,
hear us on the Facebook Live?
Just on the Facebook. Can y'all hear us? We good?
Everything's solid over there.
Eventually, though, we're gonna have to start the show.
I know. Trust me, I know.
I just want to. Yeah. Eventually, we're gonna have to do that.
Well, to anybody that's okay, thank you, Lex. To anybody that's on the live, share it. Tag me to it, tag him to it, do whatever it takes. But let's go ahead and start the show as we always do so well as Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
And welcome to the first official Noize Livecast of February 2019. Depending on how things go, which right now it's swimmingly, I guess you could say. Depending on how things go, this may be something that we do on a month-to-month basis, just to really touch base with the listeners and the people that have been following us and supporting us, and we more than appreciate that. We definitely want to make sure that.
So we make it like a last day of the month, everything.
I'm actually with that.
I'm kind of with that too.
I'm with that, and we've said before we don't want this to, to be confused with a normal episode. Again, this is something that's strictly for the followers and the fans.
Bonus.
Exactly. We're still gonna be dropping an episode of the Noize. It's gonna come out Monday. That way we give you guys. A little time.
Let you breathe a little bit.
Space to breathe from all the ignorance.
Big say, let the bullets breathe.
Let the bullets breathe. He always goes to the hood shit immediately. But again, we appreciate you guys jumping in with us. I'm still trying to use this trash network that I have over here to get this stuff shared out. But I think I have an idea. I'm gonna use where the Wi-Fi is working. So excuse my reach. Yeah. That's not gonna work either.
What are you gonna do? Were you gonna exit out of this?
No, I was gonna share it from a different page.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. We just gotta rely on y'all since y'all fucks with us to share
and just let us know.
Yeah, and just
Right now we're going through the most technical of difficulties.
Yeah.
So before we got into the actual show itself, I saw that Kay, one of the old hosts of Back to the Classic, shout out to him. He made a comment about my bald head shining. Now let me make sure everyone understands something. Kay is also bald. So let's touch base on that first. Secondly, I can't control this. First of all, if it's a shine, that means that you are doing something right.
That means
that's
it's
all
clean.
that matters. Exactly. That means the shave is clean. That means the hole you dig is right.
Okay, you walking around here with a dull bald head.
Exactly. That's the issue right there. You got to step up your gleam game. Thank you, Skylar. Extra glossy. That's what we go for. It's 2019, baby. Step up your gleam.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's the bald trio because I'm not in that realm.
Oh, give it time, brother.
No.
Stress and age is gonna take
baldness doesn't run in my family. Nah.
You know what? You're actually very lucky about that.
Yeah, it doesn't run in my family. I will say I don't think I have anything like that, but if I did, I know exactly where my bald spot would be because everybody, like all the men that do have it, it's in the same spot. So I know where it would be, but I don't think I'm gonna have that issue.
How you figure? Just because it doesn't run in your family?
Yeah. Like usually, like I said, you see men in my family with that bald spot, but not a bald head.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, not even really receding hairline.
Is it not even receding hairline?
No, just that bald spot. But that bald spot is like, there's no way to hide it. You know how somebody put on the hat? Mm-hmm. No. If you get this bald spot, you have now that bald spot.
You've officially been entered into the league.
Exactly. You might as well be one with that bald spot.
All right, so I was able to get this shared out. I don't know how the signal finally decided to, to fuck with your boy, but we live.
Hey, Skylar, leave my goddamn hair alone. You're not the first person that says that. I went to a barber. He was cutting my hair. He was like, "Oh, you got that good shit."
Hey,
went around.
Big up to bros, Justin Wilson as well. He said only the brave shave. That's what I'm talking about. But I don't think
or only the desperate.
Or only the desperate as well, because I for sure knew that I was gonna at least have some kind of hair like deep into the actual, life living age. But as soon as 19 came around and my hairline was like really on its way to the back of the bus.
19?
Bro, I'm telling you,
I still had long hair at 19.
But you know what? That's good for you. That's absolutely good for you. Just want to shout out a few people while they're on here. Again, big up to Skylar, Justin, Kekila's on here. We looks like my bros Raymond Goodwin just jumped in. What's going on with you, Fat? Let's see what's all going on here. Who else is up in here? What happened? Come back.
More technical difficulties.
Yes. But we got a few people on here. Shout out to Aisha. I see that you go, under the Lucy McMullen name. So hello, welcome. If you are here, let people know that you are here so we can have it here. Big up to Big Bro. Sam Bald is absolutely in. Make sure they know. Tell them something.
And I did not always have a 75-year-old back. That happened as of 2015.
Yeah,
but it ain't 75 years no more.
Since we're actually talking, since we're getting into the conversation.
I'm about 25-year-old back.
So we're getting into the conversation. Yes,
extra to what I got.
I may have the 40-year-old, bald head, but Kev has been 103 for the last 6 years.
No, it ain't even been that long yet. Since 2015. 2015, I've had the paper back.
And Lucy,
but I've dropped down in I mean, when in 2015 I had a 75-year-old back. It's probably a cool 42.
Nah, I think your back still got some slave time.
Nah, it's about 42. I can do a lot. I do a lot. Y'all don't see, but I do a lot.
Anyway, so we do have an order of operations, if you will. We got a few things set up here that we want to discuss with you guys. Again, we appreciate you guys tuning in with us. We appreciate you guys joining the live. However, the purpose of this is to really connect with the listeners and connect with the people that's been really supporting us, because first of all, y'all be in my DMs all the damn time about different shit, about different conversations to have. So this is really that opportunity for y'all to jump in and have those conversations with us. So definitely don't be shy. Feel free to jump in as we tell every guest of the show, as you guys officially are now. As we tell every guest of the show, be the most unique you.
Yeah.
Get your shit off. Let us know how you feeling. Let us know, some things that you want to discuss. Let's make this a real good conversation. And it's funny because I know you said that your son is still watching, and I have been letting it fly.
It's funny. It's funny because right before everything, and I was telling you, I don't think you should be tuning in. He was like, "No, I've heard worse," and so on and so forth. So I'm like, all right.
That's what you like. So where you hear worse from?
Me and him gonna have a conversation after this.
Yeah, but that is your child.
Yeah, me and him gonna have a conversation after this. But for the time being, hey son, hope you got your homework done.
Hey, since we talking, since we here.
He's
over here. Hey, since we here.
Yeah.
So we also was gonna go live on Instagram, but it just kind of not really working out. So we're not even gonna,
Maybe we'll figure that out for next time.
We'll figure it out next time. Either way.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, So we got a few suggestions as far as some things to talk about, and of course, we had our own list set up for conversation. So really, just starting off, we want to talk to the people who this may be their first experience with us as the Noize. Of course, you know myself and Kev personally, but we really want to, I guess, introduce y'all to how we really got this whole thing started. When we really decided to do this, funny story, and I tell Kev this all the time, he wasn't the first pick.
Oh, I know.
I actually had.
I know. I'm a reserve.
Yeah, exactly. He came off the bench, but you know what?
Came off the bench and dropped 40.
So did Harden, and now he is an MVP candidate every year. He may be a dick, but he's an MVP candidate every year. Wait,
so are you calling me a dick?
Well, I mean, but everyone knows you're a dick, though.
But see, I'm not worried about what they talking about. I'm worried about you. So are you saying that I'm a dick?
Well, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, see, you made me lose train of thought. Anyway, so he wasn't the initial co-host for this. I actually had 3 women lined up to be my co-host.
Wait, time out.
Sure.
Hold up. I knew I was reserved, but I thought I was just like off the bench off of one. I didn't know I was like 8th man off the bench.
So like, let me see. You remember when they finally let what's my man's name? When they finally let Nate Robinson play when he was in Boston, and then he just started dogging cats.
Yeah.
That was you.
You just compare me to Nate Robinson.
Yes, who dunked and put his nuts.
I don't
on
care.
Dwight
You
Howard.
compare me. He's not in the league no more, so you compare me to Nate Robinson.
If we go,
just finish your story.
Off the strength of your back, it's technically a really.
It's a lot of people that couldn't hold me with the paperback. It's a lot of people that couldn't hold me overweight, and they damn sure can't hold me now. And I ain't played since forever. So I mean, anybody want to play? Put your money up. I'll take it.
Simple and right there.
Put your money up.
What y'all doing? What y'all talking about? But anyway, so we had a few hosts lined up, and I finally hit Kev up. I was at work. I knew he was up. And we had a conversation like, dude, we talk.
That's a fact. I'll be up.
We talk a lot of shit often. I was like, let's put this on, you know what I'm saying? Let's put this on tape. Well, it was 2016 at the time. So let's put it on
video
format. Exactly.
Yeah, get it on video.
And that's when we really jumped in and started doing this thing, man. And it's been going great. We're approaching our 3rd year anniversary, which is a fantastic thing. We're trying out new things when it comes down to the Noize, this being one of them. And again, if you guys are feeling this live format, please let us know.
Yeah. And if you ain't fucking with it, let us know.
Let us know. Let us know where we can improve outside of being on time with it. Damn, see, I done lost the whole live, so I'm gonna have to go off of what's up there with my terrible vision.
I can't see that far either.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm much like, okay, cool. But anyway, we got some types in the YouTube.
Oh, this is a scholar talking shit. Only thing I know that a talk shit didn't leave. Just quiet the whole goddamn time.
You can't respond if I'm not a part of the conversation. Right. But one question Scholar did pose to us as far as having a conversation here.
Yeah.
We want to talk about what, you know, like how do we feel about doing this show? And, you know, what are some things we can offer to people who look into getting this kind of industry? Because podcasting is growing rapidly at a crazy pace.
Shit's spreading like wildfire,
and everyone's getting involved. Everybody's doing something. I just got done consulting with somebody about a podcast not too long ago, but it's constantly growing. It's constantly moving. So Kev, we can start with you, since I would have to go into like the whole story with beat. So I mean, just letting people know how you feel about doing this show, how you feel about, I guess, the change you feel it brought you, you know, whatever. How did you feel jumping into this?
Well, when you called me, you talked about it. Like, of course, I was definitely on board. And a lot of things, I just started thinking about just the different ideas that we can go into the show. Actually doing it, I will say at first it was like, yo, is this really gonna work? Like, is it really gonna be something? And then the more and more we did it, I started to tap into your vision, and it was cool because that gives me that one time a week where I can get my shit off.
Right.
You know what I mean? So regardless of what's going on, even if I'm not having a good day.
His opinion. I just realized how that can come across in this conversation.
Yeah.
So
give him my opinion. And it was cool. It was cool to do that, but it was also cool that I know outside of that one day of the week or however many days out of the week, we're going to talk about this. I'm going to touch on this because I guess tweeting or typing, you can only do so much.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was cool. I learned a lot of patience
How does that tie in?
I learned patience. I learned patience because, I mean, like we've said, it took a while for us to get our first episode out.
Facts.
But then just patience with the process.
Yeah.
Like we're both doing this and we're not getting paid. Like, I mean, everybody on the beat. You know what I mean? There's no money currently.
We're doing this for the love and
for the love of it. But then we also
we ain't working towards getting paid.
right. It'll also come on the back end, but you get to go through like trial and we're working out the kinks, but we also get on there and show who we are and what we like to do. So this process has been cool so far, and I fell in love with the process. Don't get me wrong, bringing the big bucks, cut the check for sure. Oh yeah, but I fell in love with the process, and I hope to continue to fall in love with different process, different challenges that come about. So far so good.
I gotta shout him out. Corey the Corrector is in the building right now.
Corey the Corrector.
Corey the Corrector is up in here, so I'm sure he'll be ready.
I propose, Corey, that we get you your own shirt. I propose that. I think at this point you kind of deserve one.
At this point, you've definitely been a very integral part of the Noize and our success. So we're gonna get some Corey Corrector. We're gonna probably do some social media wise for Corey the Corrector as well. Yeah. I'm just waiting for him to comment and start talking some shit. What's Skylar got to say? We are going to get that. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get
That's
back
for sure.
This is gonna be so funny reading these comments because we both are blind as shit.
Yeah, I can't see that far. I'm trying to see the Facebook joints to see if they said something, but I really can't see.
It's really hard to catch them, at least from here.
Yeah.
Let's really see what's going on. Or start robbing people. Yes, robbing people.
I know how to do that.
Has definitely been something that's been in the makings. You know my issue with trying to rob people? My voice is way too distinct.
Why are you talking?
Like at any point I'll jump in because I have a podcast. You can't do that.
No, I'm talking about when you're robbing somebody. Why are you talking? Put the money in the bag. There's nothing else I need to say.
That's enough though.
No, it's not.
No, you know what? I'm gonna adapt the Batman voice.
Or that.
The Christian Bale Batman voice. That's where I'm going with it. But you sound like I need to throw lodgings. I'm definitely jumping into that one. So as far as myself, because I see we're already 20 minutes in, but that shouldn't count because 7 of that
that shouldn't
was
count.
Set up in technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But with myself, I decided to start beat because, of course, as Black entertainers, Black media professionals, it's really no, I couldn't be on a master at all. But I started beat because, of course, as Black people in this industry, we don't really get all the best opportunities because we don't really fit whatever mold it is that media is looking for. Not all the time. I'm not saying this is something that absolutely never happens. Of course, we have some legends in the media industry, but we don't always fit the mold. I for sure didn't fit the mold. I would do on camera reads with my school and everything like that. And to me, I would beast it. To my professor, I'd beast it. But still, you know,
yeah, I get what you mean.
Big dark skinned bald dude. That's not. No one's really up and looking to hire that kind of person. So I decided, instead of trying to find a lane, I'm going to create my own. And with that, it was initially supposed to, and this was the corniest name I've ever come up with. And Corey the Corrector said, bet he want that shirt. But in the meantime, in between time, when it was supposed to be just me, I had this terrible name. It was going to be called Big Los TV. Yeah. And
Big Los TV.
Big Los TV. And I was
going to be like your network or that you was...
Ultimately, yeah, it was going to be the network.
Okay.
But I was like, nah, not really feeling it. But now I look at the success of Joe Budden. I didn't need none of y'all niggas. But yeah, it was going to be just Big Los TV and just do a bunch of different content, just load up a bunch of different content for it. But I eventually just got to the point where I knew that I couldn't do this on my own. So that's when we decided to do the Noize, and then we decided to add on Back to the Classics for the movies, then Like Water for Chocolate for the ladies. Later on down the road, we added on Reality TV and Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk, it will be making its comeback. Reality TV is something that we actually just wrapped up. Shout out to Fumi and B and their respective movements that they're doing now. B, Roberta Smith, she's actually doing a brunch this Sunday, so make sure y'all holler at her, check that out. Brunch Becomes Her. Should be a whole page that you can go check out in regards to that. But anyway, that's how we really got started. And to be honest with you, I agree with what you were saying as far as it took a lot of patience. It takes a lot of time as well, because it takes a real commitment, because when you're doing something that you know is going to ultimately change your life somewhere down the road, you have to accept that it's not going to happen overnight. And one of the things that I battled with was technically not getting that support from people that I knew personally. But you eventually reach that place where I wasn't getting support from people that I knew personally, but we still had hundreds of strangers that was tapping into the shows. We had hundreds of strangers that was DMing me about different things dealing with the show or stuff like that. Like when we had contests, we had strangers entering. So it went from me trying to appease, I guess, the people that I know to just making sure we put on a good show. And then I had to make sure that I didn't take it so personally that it ended up wrapping things up. Because this is probably one of the best things that I've done in a long, long time. And I'm actually happy that we
the show or beat
as a whole.
Beat, yeah, you was in your bag with that one.
The show is just fun.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't make a single dollar from this show, which is not going to be the case going forward, if we didn't make a single dollar from this show, I would be completely okay with just continuously doing this, because again, it's fun to really jump in here and get our opinions across and jump in here and talk shit with people and see how they interact with us, see how they feel about it. And it's just been a really good experience. So we're only moving up from here. We have a bunch of different things on the horizon. 2019 is going to be a solid year for Beat. And if you haven't followed us yet, go ahead.
You might want to,
absolutely.
But jump on our bus.
Definitely like the Beat Network Facebook page, like the Beat Network Instagram page. Jump on the ship, because we have a lot of things that's coming, and we really want y'all to be a part of it.
I'm gonna be real. When we get to the position where we want to be in, if you ain't been down but now trying to be down, I'm gonna probably look at you real funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just gonna say don't share.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna look at you real funny. So get on our bus.
It's a little bit of pettiness, involved in that. But
I think you kind of have to be, though.
You have to have at least a little bit, because people kind of took that petty route when you say you're gonna start a business.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a meme that says, "I got the job," and you get 1,000 likes. I started a business, 3 likes.
3 likes. Yep.
That's low key.
Or can I get a discount?
Exactly. Or can I get ooh?
Can I get a discount?
And that's low key exactly what happened with Beat. Like I said, I was starting a multi-channel media network, and it was like, okay, that's cool. And here we are 3 years later. We've covered major events in the city. We've flown to New York, covered Comic-Con. We were supposed to go to Baltimore, but that's a whole nother story. It's like we've been presented with so many opportunities, and there's more opportunities on the horizon for this year.
Right.
So yeah, it's been a beautiful ride, and we really look forward to going forward with it. Now, we have some people in here. Appreciate everyone who decided to jump in and join the conversation.
Thank you.
Comic-Con, not Como-Con, or Como and Con. What is Como and Con?
I don't know. He's 11. We get to do 10, 11. One of them ages.
You got it.
Good. Yeah.
But Comic-Con, it was a event, basically. Google it. Yeah. There's a bunch of nerds that get together. They talk about comic books, talk about movie releases, and stuff like that.
Boy, you'll like it. I expect you to be there.
It's a really big thing. Yeah. It's a really big thing. So getting into the actual live cast conversation, we had a bit of a conversation on our show about it, but we have people here, and it's really time for all of y'all to get involved, because I need to know how y'all feel about it. The first thing we want to jump into would be R. Kelly, of course.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we know that he has posted bail. We know that his net worth is worth $1 million. And well, at least from what we've been told,
that shit $1 million.
That his net worth is $1 million
or less.
But he was bonded out 100 stacks from a woman,
daycare worker.
Now I did look into that. She's a former daycare receptionist, but she owns a restaurant out in Chicago. Either way, $100,000 was definitely a chink, in her financial armor. So that she took a hit for that, to bail out somebody.
You said she owns a restaurant?
She owns a restaurant.
Was it really a hit to her? What if this is like her savings?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If it's her savings, she blew 100,000 of her savings.
Okay, true. She blew 100,000. But I'm saying, like, what if she? Either way, is going to be hit. Yes, but I'm saying, what if she had that to blow? Is what I'm saying.
If she does, then that restaurant must be absolutely amazing. If anybody's familiar with that restaurant, any of my Chicago folks,
they must play R. Kelly music.
Have to. That's the only way. But with that being said, I do want to kind of hear from you guys as we kind of go back and forth with the dialogue. How do y'all feel knowing that there are people that are still riding for this man as hard as they are in regards to posting $100,000 bail? Think about it. You can barely get a nigga to let you borrow $20, let alone post $100,000 bail for somebody they didn't know.
Yeah.
So y'all start loading up the comments. I do have a thought about it, at least. And this is getting into my conspiracy bag.
Okay.
So he got out and he's immediately battling a child support suit, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
What if he does have the bread? What if he does have the money, but he had somebody post it for him? He had somebody,
was this
up the bread so
the woman that put
know.
up the money? Was she white or black?
She was black.
Okay.
Had somebody put up the bread and get him out or whatever. It could be somebody he know. It could be an extra that somebody went and picked her up and hey, need your help. We know she was an adult, so that's the first R. Kelly dealing with an adult woman. But I really do think that. Oh, thank you. I really do think that he may have actually put that bread up, and the net worth say $1 million, but I mean I know he can't read, but he can't be that dumb to not have something stashed in the bank, knowing that this kind of situation was going to come back and haunt him.
I can go with you halfway. The last part. What if he is that dumb? Like, we run into stupid people all the time. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And maybe, I mean, we would hope that he's intelligent enough to have something stashed. What if he's not? The reason I said it is because he's going about things as if he's not going to get caught. So maybe he just never had it until, because to him, he's like, he's never going to get caught.
Well, he hasn't gotten caught. Until
recently. I mean, he went to jail behind it, where regardless of the duration, he went to jail behind it. So he got caught.
I mean, he gave us the Elite album, told him straight up, as the man in the back, I'm sleeping with her. We saw a whole tape. I mean, he was really Mr. Untouchable. Yeah. You know what I mean? So this could have been a situation.
Who's more untouchable, R. Kelly or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump. He's president.
Donald Trump.
The same year he told people that he grabbed girls by the pussies, the same year he became president.
You got a point.
That is the most untouchable man in the world right now.
You got a point.
Will he get that re-election 2020? But we'll see. Jumping into the comments here. I'm gonna go with the one that's the closest, and then we'll jump over to YouTube. So Lucy, since we're not using the government name, says that she probably put up the bond with his money. He probably has it in a mattress to hide his assets. That is probably the most nigga thing to do in this kind of situation is to stash it in the mattress. And low key, I agree. I think he did have that money stashed away.
Well, I think didn't in the documentary they say that he had like some type of, I'm assuming like the closed drawers and he had money in those drawers or something like that.
Yeah, they say he had closed drawers with money. He had closed drawers with like survival kits and shit like that.
I mean, again,
and then you gotta remember he had multiple properties.
Right. Well. Again, the $1 million is not liquid assets. For those people don't know this is like, that's not cash.
Right. That's
not cash.
His general worth.
That's just his worth. So he could have it, out there. That's possible, but I think he's stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's stupid.
Jumping in, we got Kay. He's saying that I felt she was crazy for that. And now what he got charged with, she's going to end up out of business. I can see that. Especially because they've been putting her name out there, something crazy. And they even put out the name of her business as well.
It was petty.
It was absolutely petty.
I don't blame him. How you're trying to put away this child molester or whatever, and you bail him. All right, yeah. We're gonna
we already see what you want.
Exactly.
However, that man does have a lot of support.
Yeah.
So she either fucked up her bag or she increased it crazy.
Yeah, true.
There's only two things that make sense. Because that was a bold move for her to jump in like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay for this man's bond.
Did you see, since we're on R. Kelly, did you see, I guess, what Drake's dad has said?
Yeah, I saw that he supports him 100%.
Yeah. That makes me think, is the support of R. Kelly, like, is it a generational thing?
Oh, absolutely.
You think it's a generational thing?
Absolutely. Now, does that mean there are some people, from our generation that support him?
Yeah, I see it. I know somebody personally.
It's definitely there because they, me too.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of people they'll judge him based off of his music and not based off of what we actually see in front of him. Because when you really think about it, that's all we have to judge R. Kelly off of is his music. We don't know of any kind of philanthropy work he's done. We don't know if he saves money from burning buildings.
Apparently, he's giving shit to kids.
We know what he's giving to kids.
Exactly. Apparently, giving shit to kids.
You petty as fuck for that comment.
I don't care.
But yeah, exactly. That's the only real donation that he's out here doing. And other than that, the only thing we got is the music.
True. You're right about that.
So a lot of this is being based on what he's done as a musician.
Right. And I understand that. I just feel like there's certain, you can separate everybody from their art and their music. I just feel like or if there's music, it could be anything. But I just feel like there's certain limits to what you should be willing to take morally. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yes. Like morally, no, I don't care how good you are as a musician. I can't support you because you're touching kids. Like I can't do that. Kanye, yeah, you say stupid shit, but that's your opinion. That's your thing. I'm not saying I'll be checking for it, but if you put out something dope, okay, cool. And I can go to that level because again, that's just your opinion. Right. You know what I mean? That's what you feel. That's going on in your head. You're not out there doing something that could be too far unmoral. Right. That's just my opinion with the R. Kelly thing.
And I agree with that because that's exactly how I am with Kanye. If Kanye give me something that's going to slap, I'm not going to turn away from it. Yeah. But, my thing with R. Kelly, and we've talked about it on the show before, knowing that majority of R. Kelly's music, majority of his legacy is sex music, and I don't know who the sex he's having with in those songs. I'm like, it kind of makes it dirty. And then,
you could be singing along to a song where he's talking about touching somebody that's 14 years old. That's,
and then we got, blown away with the fact that You Are Not Alone was written about minor that miscarried his child. Yeah. So it changes the tone of the music for real. Let's get back into the comments here. So we got K. Justin says blind
generational support. Maybe taught to maybe taught.
He had something above that. Hold on. He said he may be that dumb and he may not have a smart camp around him. That's very true.
That's very true.
Then he jumped back in saying it's a blind generational support. It may be taught support as well. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because you look at, our parents and you don't know nothing about this music, you know what I'm saying? And
we're going to be saying that.
Oh yeah, that's going to be us. We're going to be talking about Kendrick.
Right. Yeah.
But you develop a love for certain artists from a generation that we didn't initially come up in. You develop a love for those artists because of the generation before us. Yeah. So now you have that kind of same generation. It's like, this is R. Kelly. If he didn't have these allegations, if he didn't have these situations going on, he really would be considered the king of R&B.
If it was something else, and I probably could still get behind it. Just because something is illegal does not mean that it's wrong necessarily. Hell, we've been illegal.
Right. We still got
still illegal, but you know what I mean? To my knowledge, we didn't kill nobody. So, but again, there are certain morals or there's a certain limit you got to be willing to go or not go.
Right.
You know what I mean? To get behind something like that. If Donald Trump came out and said that he was touching little girls, pretty sure nobody would be behind him on that. Again, I'm not putting it past. I'm not putting it past. I'm saying the vast majority, at least the people that I know support R. Kelly would be like, Donald Trump's foul for that, but they'll support R. Kelly. You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But again, it's got to be a limit. You got to be willing to go to or not go to when it comes to morals and certain things.
Skylar says 90s and early 2000s R&B wouldn't be shit without him. So that sucks. Trey Songz stole Kelly's exact style. Very true. Give it time. We'll see what happens with Trey Songz. They seem to get everybody eventually.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. And then there was another one. I'm gonna have to get closer for this one because she commented earlier, but
I can't see.
The live went down on my phone. Let me see what she says. Oh, she says that he just got stands, which is very true. But what I want to know,
how far are you willing to go as a stand?
But that's the gotcha. Because think about the Beehive. I'm pretty sure if we get too much into the conversation, somehow the Illuminati or the Bay Illuminati is going to cut the feed.
I know. I know they strong enough to where if Beyonce needed bail money for something, she gonna get it.
She's not gonna make it to the actual station before they say, "Yo, you've been posted. It's good. You can turn around.
Good, turn around. We good.
You cool. We don't need a picture. We already got that." But but you think about how strong the Beehive is. See, look, careful with the hype. I absolutely agree, Chris.
Oh,
What's going on, Chris?
Yeah, we gonna tread lightly.
Oh, we definitely gonna tread light. We good, but I mean, I'm giving them big ups, honestly. But yeah, you look at the Beehive and how strong they can push Beyonce's name and how much they stand for her. R. Kelly been around longer. R. Kelly been doing a lot more. Well, I won't say a lot more because Beyonce's definitely on her Michael Jackson kick.
Yeah,
but R. Kelly has been going at it for multiple generations.
Right.
So it's that standing can definitely become something that would end up leading to something like that.
True. And very much, I believe, like Justin said, it could be taught. So like us, you know what I mean? Let's say we listen to Marvin Gaye, you know what I mean? Somebody else that maybe came after that, listen to R. Kelly like that. So the new kids growing up listening to R. Kelly, thinking it's cool. He won't be played at my house.
At all. Alicia Carver, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, love. She says that I feel like we've always turned a blind eye, and have we forgotten that he married Aaliyah? Absolutely not.
Yeah, that doesn't get talked about.
We've had too many people come out and say that I was at the wedding. And that, first of all, that shit is gross. The fact that you can go to this wedding knowing that this woman is 14, 15 years old and just boldly be like, oh yeah, I was a witness to that.
Right, yeah.
That shit is
not
gross.
Only R. Kelly, but the people that in his camp need to be locked up too.
Oh, absolutely. They need to just go through and just run rush out on the whole Kelly camp.
Yeah.
Get them all out of here.
The whole R. Kelly camp need to be locked up.
All right, so appreciate y'all jumping. Any last words with Kels? Oh, so they said Beyonce did something wrong, and who would you support, Kelly? Your son actually asked a really good question. What if there were to find out something to this magnitude with Beyonce? Do you think her stand, her Beehive is that strong that they would stay locked in like this?
Yep. Absolutely. It'll be excuses. It'll be so much stuff if something like that was to happen that it'll really, the narrative will change. Even though we have facts, the narrative would change to it was something for her to do this, or it didn't really happen or something. Yeah.
Nope. You know what the get out of jail free card would be?
Mental health?
Nope. Men do it.
True.
It'd have been left at exactly that. Your men, all your faves, they've been out here doing it. So let Beyonce live. That's exactly what it would come down to. Not saying she done it. So Beehive, if you type it in, don't cut the stream. We're actually doing very, very good right now.
Right. True.
Let me see.
I can't see that.
I don't know. She fall a lot faster.
I'm not sure what you mean, sweetheart.
And that's actually K as well.
Oh, really? K, you ain't a sweetheart. You's a ball fucker like Los.
Well, I gotta be listen. There's so much hatred going on in this conversation. Let's try loving each other.
I can't see the name. I can't see that far. I should have worn my glasses.
He said, "Look at Robert Kraft. Support means a lot." That's true. That is very true. Why does this thing keep telling me I can't play the video?
Yeah. Speaking of Robert Kraft, didn't they say like it was only misdemeanor charges?
Yeah. But okay,
I'm confused on his thing. Was he soliciting or was he just buying? If he was just buying,
well,
even though
it's the same thing, but it's kind of like the way I was getting two different reports. Depending on where you went, there were some reports saying that he was contributing financially to the actual ring itself.
Right. That's what I was
reports saying he was getting head in his office.
Yeah. Now, if the man is just buying whatever pleasure he wants to buy, if that's what he's doing, that ain't got nothing to do with us. It only has something to do with if the person is underage or there's a sex traffic or something like that. If this person is a willing participant in doing this, that's between them.
That's a slippery slope, man, because a lot of them are trafficked.
I know that. That's just leading me to my next point. Now, if he knows that this person was trafficked or if underage or any type of thing like that, then yeah, throw his ass under jail. I don't care how many billions he worth. But just goes to my point that he's worth so much money. He's a misdemeanor charge. He ain't doing no time. He's not doing no time.
He definitely got the bag to do so.
He's not doing no time.
So yeah, so let's. I do want to jump back on that. We did say in the last show that he was contributing to like an actual ring itself.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the actual thing is.
But like I said, it's so many different reports coming out. If Corey to correct it, if you're still in here, jump in, let us know because he's definitely a sports guy as well. But until we, get that information, we want to move on to. See, look, even Lucy said the same thing that he had tied to the actual trafficking itself.
Yeah, if it's trafficking itself, then throw his ass under the jail.
Yeah, get him up out of here.
Up out of here.
But anyway, so let's jump into another popular subject that I would love to hear people's thoughts on. This is what happens when we miss a whole month of reporting stuff. And it was for a good reason because again, Black Podcast Month was amazing.
It worked out.
But boy, did February get super lit. Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett.
Jussie.
Hold on, I think she's saying something. Oh, same thing. So Jussie, we all know that this man, he faked his jumping, which is so liar to me.
Kicking my the first thing popped in my head, kicking my own ass.
Do you mind? And that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
But all that aside, the Jussie Smollett situation is weird because if he really did do this so he can get a bigger bag,
I don't see how that correlates, but okay, I'm rolling.
Exactly. I don't see what, you know what, you got your ass whooped. Here's an extra stack, you know what I'm saying, per episode or whatever. Like, I don't see how that's going to translate to a better bag from the show that you're doing. It doesn't make enough sense to me.
Nah,
the whole situation don't make sense, and the whole situation is messy as hell as well.
It is. I will say this though, even though I believe dude's an idiot, and there was definitely different ways to go about this. Like, dude, you look like a fool. I would say the media is treating this man like he's a fucking terrorist.
Yeah, they're going a little too far out.
Yeah, that shit I really can't get behind. Like, it's so much other stuff going on in the world, shit, our country, that deserves media attention, and we're talking about this dude's line. At the end of the day, you can say, okay, he wasted cops' time, made a false police report. That's against the law. Okay, fine, whatever.
That's where they pissed off.
Right.
Like, you got me about my seat?
Right. But at the end of the day, all he did was fucking lie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. I think, again, man's stupid. You know what I mean? Do whatever fines he's going to have to do. But at the end of the day, he's not a terrorist. You know what I mean? He didn't. It was a fucking U.S. Coast Guard that was plotting on CNN and doing terroristic shit. That got like no media coverage.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to talk about the gay guy that's lying. All right.
So we'll just go off of that. Skylar, absolutely, you were right from the beginning. I don't know who was shutting you down. I know you was telling me about it, but definitely Skylar Ward, Big Dave Neff, Jay, who just joined into the other live. No, they were saying it from gate, like, nah, this sounds, weird. And I was even saying, in the beginning, like, do I think something happened to him? Yes.
That me
do
and
I
you
think
the same boat.
This episode of Rosewood, Mississippi Burning, do I think it was to that degree?
Yeah, no.
So to find out that nothing happened at all, like, that shit was wild.
Same thing I said. When it first happened, I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Jay Alonzo, what's happening?
Then the next day, I was like, man, that shit ain't really happening. You know what I mean? Like,
as it started to come out, like, come on,
dog.
They poured bleach on me. They stomped on me. They said, nigga. They
once I heard that he had like the noose and shit, like still on him when the police came, that's when I knew that there was bullshit. Right. There's nothing that can make me. I don't care how much evidence the cops need.
And that's why
I'm not leaving no fucking noose around my neck.
That's why it reminds me of Liar. Because remember, he still came in with the tissue in his pocket. It was a madman, y'all.
He was telling us story.
He was letting us know in the beginning. Shout out Jim Carrey.
Come to think of it, was that a plot hole? Because he went in there, he was a madman. He did this, but if he couldn't lie,
no. But if you remember, he didn't lie.
When he talking about it,
because he said it was a madman that whooped his ass. Then he said, "Well, what did he look like?" And he gave his description. He's about 6'3".
Okay.
So he described himself. So I'm pretty sure that's how Jussie did it, because Jussie's light skinned. Yeah, so he could have thrown on a MAGA hat, something. Shout out to light skinned people out there. We got Ray S on YouTube.
What's that?
There's something bigger.
Bigger
that's going on. It's an attention-seeking move. Absolutely. It's definitely been to take you out of what's going on.
And the crazy part is, this shit is fucking working.
And it's working. It's working perfectly. I mean, shit, we're here talking about it right now. Yeah. It's working perfectly. However, it doesn't help people who actually deal with those kind of things. There are millions of people out here who identify with the LGBTQ community that are going through so much shit.
Yeah, he for sure hurt a lot of people.
And then there, of course, and as we already know, as people of color, and shout out to any other color that's here right now, as we know, as people of color, we go through enough shit on our own. So the fact that he introduced this opportunity to cry wolf, this doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And I think that's where my real outrage is coming from.
Yeah,
like I personally give a fuck that he lied.
Yeah.
But the fact that there are people who are actually going through these things and are dealing with actual shitty situations that they're not going to be able to bounce back from. They don't have, a bag from Empire to bounce back on. Right. That's just unfair to them, and it makes their situation. It gives the police the opportunity to say, well, I don't know, he could be lying like that Jussie fella.
Right. Not only was his situation just bad time in general, it was never been the right time to do what he was doing because you're crying wolf, but especially now. Was it a bad time? Like, dude, we
and
got
Black History Month,
right? You did this on Black History Month, and we got this bigot president in office.
This was the wrong
and
time.
You did this out of all the time. This is the wrong time.
Yes, Race to Jim, you are late. We actually just had her on the show, the most recent show, and she got the nerve to show up to the live late. Wow. Shame her, everyone. Shame.
Are we gonna tell her we were late too?
You said what?
Are we gonna tell her we were late too?
That's not her business that we were late. That doesn't matter. And again, that has nothing to do with her.
True.
Shame.
True.
Then there was another comment on here that I'm trying to get pulled up. I do apologize while we're going through these technical difficulties here. One very important thing. If you ever think that you can just survive without Wi-Fi in certain neighborhoods, you need to just get that shit out your head, because it will completely slow down the live if you're doing something like this. And also, when you're doing something like this as a bald person, it is hot in the studio right now because we don't want to have anything pick up in the microphones. So we're definitely cooking right now. So if you give thank you, Kay, shame. And Chris, we said we were late.
Wait, I'm about to say, why you bringing up old stuff?
You bringing up old shit? Come on now. Now I'm trying to look at this other comment. I can't get it on my phone, so excuse the blind stare. What are they saying?
Mm-hmm. I can't see that.
So there was more press on Jussie Smollett than it was on the Cohen testimony.
Yeah. Are you completely familiar with what he was talking about?
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
I'm listening now.
No, I'm not either.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask you, like, what is the big thing? To my knowledge, it seems like, okay, he lied to Congress, and then it seems like, again, I could be wrong, but he was telling the truth in this thing here, but they was like, no, you already lied, so fuck you. Once a rat, always a rat.
Right, absolutely.
Again, I don't know if that's what happened, but it appeared to be that way.
What am I sounding out, Rach? What I missed? I must have been sounding real ignorant for a second.
Or maybe it's a delay on the Facebook joint.
It could very much so. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone, but again,
it could be a delay.
Wi-Fi is a motherfucker right now.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Do Facebook users, do you guys have to keep this up, or can you keep this up and still surf the net? Because if so, why? If you can't surf the net, then why not just go to YouTube?
Well, I guess they have to keep it up, because when they close it out.
Okay, so if that's the case, I mean, me personally, I would just go to, if I got to keep it up anyway, I might as well just go to YouTube.
Either or. Well, wait. Then we got some motion, and definitely make sure that y'all subscribe to the Beat Network YouTube channel, just so we can kind of
do that.
Get past all that. You're
gonna want to do that because there's some stuff. It's gonna be a hot summer. I mean, outside of the fact that it's gonna be a hot summer because it snowed last week, but it's gonna be a hot summer for Beat.
So I'm hearing on YouTube, I'm sounding like a robot. Can somebody let me know on the YouTube side if am I a little on the robotic?
Mr. Robot.
And according to Rach, you can actually scroll and still do stuff on
okay.
Facebook.
Well, then, if you can still do that, then do your thing.
I ain't been on somebody's live in so long.
I've never did live before, so I don't know.
But appreciate the information on that one. So kind of getting back to the Jussie situation. I really hate the fact that it put so many people in a position, like so many people that are going through. Yes, for me, it might just be okay. Could be, who knows? 50-50. Thank you, Kay. All right. Well, if I begin to sound more like a robot, let me know. Anyway, so Jussie Smollett's situation, it sucks to know that people are really going through real life issues, and
he made a mockery of it.
Yeah. And it's just bullshit.
yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. He hurt way too many people that's living that daily life. And then being somebody that chooses that lifestyle, or is going, I don't want to say chooses that lifestyle, excuse me, but is that's their lifestyle,
right? And
they are a person of color. I can only imagine how hard it might be. Then you got somebody like him coming out, I don't want to say laughing, but making a mockery of it.
One thing I've noticed is it split the community right down the middle.
I will say this before you say, I haven't seen or heard too much of the gay community come out and say anything about it. That's kind of telling to me.
One thing I've seen,
I've been seeing black straight men get slandered for it, but that's a different story.
We gotta go to our resident gay guy, JoJo. I know he's pissed about it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard JoJo say
I've seen just from the different friends that I have that are homosexual. Again, it's split. Mm-hmm. Like I've seen people who are riding with him 100%, and that's on whether he's lying or not situation. I've seen people who feel exactly how I said the situation is, and it's making a mockery of a real life thing that's going on.
Yeah, that shit's not cool.
Like when you really think about it, Harvey Milk, when he was, I forgot what position he was running for back in
Senator.
Yeah,
was it senator?
Let us know, Corey the Corrector. Are you there? Whatever position Harvey Milk was running for, he got murked strictly because for one, what he was trying to do, and two, because he was gay.
Right.
So like there are real situations where people are going through real things.
Right.
and you're out here
and you trying to you somehow, some way think that was going to get you a bigger bag.
Exactly. You're trying to get a bigger bag off.
Why not? You're an actor on Empire. Why not look for other work? Like, did you plan on doing that from jump? You know what I mean? Like, why not look for something else? You're as talented as you are. Why not look for something else that you can incorporate those talents and still do what you're trying to do?
Right. If you think you're worth more, go out and
get
something,
more. It's that simple. And I'm pretty sure, and I'm not just on the I'm pretty sure people that you work with as far as Empire that may be connected, but dude, you can network and it's other bags out there. Mm-hmm. So if you're not happy with that bag, but you like doing what you're doing, okay, keep it in the tuck. Don't make that your primary source of income if that's the case. But again, dude, you fucked up. And again, I don't think he should go to jail or anything like that, but he should pay a fine. And the public majority of the public has already kind of dictated what it's going to be like for him going in the future. Oh yeah, nobody's going to take him serious.
The court of public opinion have already spoken. Yeah, that's raps. Like as far as a career, that may be it. Because think about it, he got removed from Empire the same week. that it was announced that he actually lied.
And you're right, that whole family does have a bag. So yeah.
AB says the whole family is getting a bag though.
She's right, because the little sister, or I don't know if it's a little sister or not, or the older sister, she was like on shows that we watched growing up.
Yeah, so, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, the little sister. No, it's the older sister.
It's the older sister.
The older sister definitely, had a bag at one point in time.
No, I think because she on that Birds of Prey joint. She's got a bag. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. She
got a bag.
You're right.
But even if she didn't have a bag, she's been in the industry long enough to where
she could have stacked a bag.
Not only stacked a bag, but there's other opportunities to network. If Jussie's bag wasn't that, I'm pretty sure your sister knows somebody that can help you, or not even help you, show you the way on getting more of what you're trying to get. You know what I mean? There was just other ways around it.
And they said they have a cooking show too. Yeah. So, I mean, strong point. The bag is fine. So again, what was the point?
I'm not sure.
What was the point of putting so many people in danger? And I don't care if anybody want to jump up, man. Y'all, going out on a limb by saying all this stuff. Nah, this puts people in danger because
on both sides.
This now makes a cry wolf situation. So what was the point of putting people in danger to increase your bag when one, your bag is okay. Yeah. And two, if you feel as if you're worth more, go out and accept nothing less. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. But
not only did you fuck up in the court of public opinion, but you fucked up the one bag that you was getting. So not my issue.
Skylar is in there on his Funk Master Flex. He lied. He's a liar. But no, you're
worship him.
Absolutely right, Sky. He lied for no fucking reason.
Yeah, it was
point blank period. No matter what the situation would have, turned out to be.
I will
for him,
say
he lied
this,
for no reason.
I'm starting to think that maybe again he did do it, like he went out with it, but I'm starting to think that it wasn't his idea. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to think that it was bigger hands of play that may have gave him the blueprint and he did it on his own.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man,
because it was set up like a movie.
It was stupid. it was stupid to do from jump. Yeah. Like really, let's fake getting beat up so we can get more money.
Right.
That sounds dumb.
Lucy jumped into the conversation. She even said that I heard it wasn't about the money. It was about for him to be a martyr.
Oh, for what?
For what? And again, if you want to prove that you got jumped by two MAGA supporting white people, why would you get the blackest people in the world? I said this on the show. The only thing blacker than Nigerians is the color black. Why would you get the blackest people in the world to play white people around cameras?
Yeah.
At that, you were better off saying they kicked in your door and fucked you up there, because at least then again, they may have cameras inside the building as well.
But even then, not only did you get these black ass Nigerians, you got these big ass.
Whoa, you can spot that motherfucker anywhere.
Right. That boy punch you, your whole jaw.
Everything is
There's
done.
no way
What Marlon said, the baby gash. That's all he had.
There's no way. I would say I'm more disappointed because not only should, and it sucks. Again, this is a double standard that sucks. But not only do men of color have to kind of be at a little bit of higher standard, gay men of color have to be at a hold themselves to a higher standard. So,
absolutely, and then that's the fucked up part about it too. Because now, you know, first of all, you look at the situation with black women and how they have to work twice as hard to get half as much, and then how when they have the situations where they're dealing with rape or with trafficking and stuff like that, a lot of people don't believe them.
True.
So this, you know, not saying that this makes the plight just as common, but this makes it just increases and spreads across to the actual black community itself.
Absolutely.
Now we all look like somebody that can be questioned. So this is going to make what we've been working for so long. If you think about all the years that we've been trying to get black people together to really, you know, do something great and really get that recognition that we deserve. We've been working for years for that. And then we really accomplished that last year. And we saw it kind of with the Grammys and the Oscars this year, but we'll get to that as well. Yeah. Just for that to knock us right back down, like, oh, wait, all y'all lying. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And now to your point, K, I don't think it was a publicity stunt. Because honestly, I don't see what publicity they gained from this that was good. Like, do this and people gonna start watching Empire and more. No, I do think that it was orchestrated in a way that it really wasn't his idea. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't his idea to do so. I believe he did it, of course, and he agreed to do it, but I don't believe it was his plan. So in that case, I guess he wanted to be more. He wanted to go down with a ship that he didn't build. Okay, fine, but no, I don't think it was a publicity
just jumped
stunt.
On board with.
Yeah. I just don't think. I don't think it was a publicity stunt though, because I don't see anybody going to watch Empire because of this. That writers might have dropped.
Well, yeah, now that he's out, I'm pretty sure they'll be fine.
Maybe.
Lucy says that he wanted to be an LGBT activist, but needed a dramatic event as a platform.
He could have did that on his platform that he was getting paid for and been just fine.
He could have wrote this movie that he displayed.
Right.
He could have really just put this out there.
He could have did that if that was the case. It's funny that I'm not within that community and I know ways that he could have went about this completely different and been good.
Right. But you know, that's just that. Getting off of Jussie, I want to jump into a different subject here. We actually had an article about it. Shout out to Dave Neff. He wrote about it, but we want to kind of expand it out to the ear hustlers. One thing that we saw recently, actually, is Kanye was producing something. He was just in a random ass field dressed in white with like.
Why he do that to his hair?
It's the Kanye.
Why he do that?
It's the Kanye.
That man look like a snow cone right now.
But he's doing his thing. But like back that. Oh, no, my bad. Like people are talking in the comments. Oh yeah, y'all keep going, keep talking. Anyway, you look at Kanye and he's been canceled. Quotes. He's been canceled. But then when he does something dope, all of a sudden the cancellation is revoked.
True.
Now, don't get me wrong. That beat slapped. Whatever it was he was working on out there, that shit go.
Knowing Kanye, we probably would never hear that shit again.
Never. Nah, we probably will never hear something actually manifest from it. I don't see it coming on an album or anything like that. I think that was just Kanye. He gathered a bunch of people to go to Wyoming, as he does with everything. He said, we're going to go in this field and we're going to remix some gospel. But you have to dress in all white.
Right.
That's the look for the evening. Well, for the afternoon. It's about afternoon. Sun look pretty
high. It look pretty
high. But one thing I do want to talk about with Kanye is something. You done? I don't know what he's saying.
Me, yeah.
Okay. We'll address that. But one of the things with Kanye and really the whole cancel culture is how do we get to a collective front of who's canceled and who's not? Because if we can't, is there a point of still having cancel culture?
I think cancel culture is part of the fake outrage culture.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think unless people, which obviously we're seeing with R. Kelly that they're not, unless they're willing to take it there to a certain level. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you cancel Kanye because he gave his opinion. Me personally, I didn't cancel Kanye. I was never a super huge Kanye fan, so it was just like irrelevant to me. Mm-hmm. I'm not taking political advice from Kanye for what?
Right.
Why would I want to do that? If Kanye was to jump out there and do something that passes my own personal moral level, then absolutely we can be like, yeah, I'm not fucking with him. But I think cancel culture is just part of that fake outrage culture. Like it's not real. Right. You know what I mean? If it's funny, people say that Kanye is canceled, right? let's say Kanye said what he said, disappeared for like 3 years, and put out 2 consecutive banger albums. Kanye ain't canceled no more.
Yeah, he's uncanceled, but
it's fake. He ain't got
to disappear for 2 years. He could disappear for 2
saying
weeks.
hypothetically. I'm saying hypothetically. You know what I mean? A lot of it is. I notice a lot of cancel culture is. If they give people, whoever they're canceling, if they give them time to let it blow over, then it will. You know what I mean? Usually, if we look at it, everybody they've canceled, it's kind of has stayed in the public eye. You know what I mean? After they've been canceled, get canceled for whatever reason, how petty it is, disappear for a minute. I guarantee you ain't gonna be canceled when you come back.
One thing with him and with cancel culture as well is, as soon as you do something that's cool to people, that give you that little bop, you know what I'm saying, that makes you feel good, it's low-key the same thing with R. Kelly. Once you do what you're known for, I forgive you. Okay, that's cool. I'm one of the people, you know, we always preach about separating the art from the artist. I still feel as if that doesn't apply to R. Kelly, but Kanye is one of those situations to where, like, I can separate the art from the artist, because, like you said, I'm not calling Kanye for political advice. I'm not running to Ja Rule during 9/11. That's just not happening. There's no "Where's Ja" whatsoever.
Where's Ja?
Exactly. but that's what I mean, though. Like, I'm not running to him for any kind of political advice, so I can still enjoy the music when he actually makes good music. You know, other than that, I'm cool. So I have no reason to be like, "Oh, Kanye's canceled. Get Kanye the fuck up out of here." Like, nah, that's just not where I'm at. However, what I have an issue with is, if people are allegedly canceled, then why does it take something so small, as in not even a song, but just a viral video with a dope beat? Why is that all it takes?
Yeah, it's simple
for somebody to be uncanceled. Now, we were
do you agree that Kanye is is whatever is a coon?
Oh, yeah, I was actually going to jump right into that comment too. That he's a coon. Yes, he's definitely on some shuck and jive and entertaining type shit.
How so?
Well, we can go all the way back
to better yet, what makes him a coon? What has he done that's coon like, in a true aspect of a coon? Not shit that's distasteful. True aspect of a coon.
In the true aspect of a coon, when you think about it, it kind of relates to the blackface times, and I'm sure Rach is in here to correct us on all the black stuff. We were kind of put out there to dance and be entertaining and shuck and jive and do all this other great stuff.
Has Kanye done that?
And as far as dancing, no. With his antics, absolutely.
Okay.
He's definitely been out here doing everything he does is to create conversation and create an audience. And he's not just living on just his music. He's just like, let me do this extreme. Let me jump out the gate with this. He saw what he got from George Bush doesn't care about black people. And now it's just to a completely different spectrum now.
No, I do agree with that. But do you think that it's an issue with him? Again, I don't agree with how he's doing it, but do you think it's an issue with him starting that conversation? Is he only supposed to just do the music and shut up? Or?
No, absolutely not. I think that if you are influential, if you are somebody that people look up to and people respect, then your voice is really fucking important.
Right.
However, what you do with that voice, what you do with that platform is just as important.
I agree.
And the fact that he can jump out the gate with hugging Trump and slavery was a choice, and you know, this random Twitter rants every time, kind of, and then we talk about it all the time with mental health, pretty much goading people to not take medication to deal with their mental health and not go out and get help and deny their actual situation. That's Trump. That's dangerous. That is
again, I agree with you. I was just trying to break it down.
Of course.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I agree with you.
We were missing a couple of comments here. We're gonna jump back in. Justin, selective cancellation is what we have now. Absolutely. True. Selective outrage for sure. Because there are definitely things that people are getting away with that they would have an issue with all at the same time. I'm gonna go over to Facebook. Lucy, if people follow through, then it wouldn't be so bad. But it's like the culture has amnesia. They cancel something and forgot about it 3 months later. 3 months, that's generous. That's just generous as hell. 2 weeks, maybe.
2 weeks, 48
and
hours.
It's wraps. Going back to YouTube. What did he say? He expressed his opinion. Doesn't mean I agree. I personally don't want everyone with the same opinions on everything around me. You can't have conversation that way. Absolutely true. I agree with that, Just. You have to have a difference in opinion to have a constructive conversation, because there could be truth in your opinion, just like there's truth in my opinion.
Exactly.
So no, I completely agree with that. You got to introduce a different mindset towards something. So I definitely agree with you, Jess. Kanye is the Dennis Rodman of our generation. Dennis Rodman is still the Dennis Rodman of our generation, though, DZ. Shout out to you. Thanks for joining the live. Our generation has a short attention span. Absolutely. Shout out to our frat brother, Xavier. He told me about the shiny red ball syndrome. As soon as that shiny red ball go running by, you are onto some new shit already. Yeah. Especially this generation, which can be a gift and a curse at the same time, because we're constantly trying to evolve and do some new shit.
It's only a gift when it's positive or constructive,
right? Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's something that you need to be focused on, but you see that shiny red ball and don't, that's an issue,
right?
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's but like you said, it is a gift and a curse.
You said what?
You gotta worry about this.
About what?
Nothing. I'm nothing.
Okay. Which one are you talking about? Yours or the one before that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, is the struggles of life. So with cancel culture itself, and I want to hear from you guys as well, where do you feel that cancel culture is needed? And I'll present that question to you while we getting the stuff coming in.
Where is it needed?
Mm-hmm.
That is a very good question. It's a very good question. I'm not sure.
I'd say, excuse me. I'd say from dealing with people like R. Kelly, dealing with people like Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein.
Well, yeah,
these are people. Yeah. You know, fucking Hulk Hogan. Like these are people that there's no question. Get them the fuck up out of here. Mm-hmm. There's no room for these kind of people.
Right.
They can definitely get up out of here. I just don't believe in expanding this out to people who just have an expressed opinion. And I think a lot of times with cancel culture, people are just scared to think otherwise than what the status quo is thinking.
Yeah, they have an issue. I noticed that with cancel culture as well. They have an issue with if you go against the grain, now they want to cancel you because they have an issue, because it challenges their way of thinking, their way of doing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where we don't need cancel culture.
Right.
So I agree with you. The Kevin Spacey's, R. Kelly, stuff like that. Absolutely. Even the people that are even more vile than they are absolutely need to be canceled. But I'm not canceling Kanye because of how his opinions are or whatever shit he do. I just choose not to fuck with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to see his demise or him to be a bum under the street. I'm just not going to rush to go listen to your music. I'm damn sure not going to rush to go see none of your fashion shit.
Right.
So that's just how I am, because he hasn't done nothing of magnitude to me that he needs to be canceled. So
AB says, what if it's damaging to the community / culture as a whole? That more so depends on how the culture receives what's going on. I think we don't give our culture enough credit. Yes, we do have a lot of people that do and receive a lot of stupid things, but we definitely come from a generation, and we've given millennials a lot of shit, but that older millennial crowd, we still live in a generation that we're creating so much, and we're changing so much, and we're improving so much. I think the culture is smart enough to, kind of filter through all the bullshit and really push forward with something that's not just, in need of just straight cancellation. Like, no, we just ignore this person. That's
basically where I'm at. I'm just going to completely ignore him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just me.
People do things as attention seeking.
Right.
And
that's what I feel this is.
One of the best ways to, take somebody out of that is take away that attention.
Yeah.
It's super simple. Skylar jumps in and says cancel culture is relevant when folks have absolutely offended people, rape, hate crime, shady folks, etc. Absolutely. When you get to that place where it's something that's completely unforgiving.
I don't know.
Apparently there's a pro show going on outside. No, that's over here. As is one of the glories of having a studio. But anyway, no, absolutely. When it's unquestionable that this is something that has to be stopped, then okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Again, you go to the R. Kellys, you go to the Hulk Hogans, you go to the Harvey Weinsteins. Like, those are the people that when you say they're canceled, there's no conversation around it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to talk about. There's no convincing, to happen. But when it comes down to just because somebody says something that I don't necessarily agree with, That don't make him canceled. It just means we have a difference in opinion in this situation. Odell says politics, especially those who don't represent us. I'll let you take that one. How you feel?
Well, I'm sorry. Repeat that.
I guess in a sense, when it comes down to who's necessary of cancellation, like if we have politicians, and correct me if I'm wrong, go Greasy. Let me know. Politicians that may come from the culture that don't properly represent the culture. Going forward, they may even condemn the culture.
With that, when it comes to politicians, I don't think any of them are from the culture.
Oh, absolutely, I agree.
Barack included.
He was the closest thing we got.
No, I'm including him in that because if you're really ingrained in this culture, if you're really ingrained to being a black person, regardless on your platform or where you may successfully be, you're not gonna forget that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Regardless on how big Beat is. Beat could be bigger than any other media platform that we've seen in the next few years. That's not going to change the fact that you know how it feels to be scraping up for change.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not only do you know how that feels, you know how somebody else is probably still scraping up for change.
Right.
So I'm in a position now to make it to where if we do got to still scrape for change, we ain't got to scrape for that much, if at all.
Right.
That's why I feel like they aren't ever were a part of the culture.
Yeah, that's we had a conversation before on if you want our episode. Episodes be lit. If you haven't listened to the Noize yet, do yourself a service and go ahead and subscribe at the Noize Podcast.
You're gonna want to do
subscribe to the YouTube channel, the whole nine. Where the hell was I going with that? The singing is
I don't even think they're singing in a different language, or I think they're singing in a different language. I don't think they're singing in English. I don't know.
Listen, y'all gotta hear this.
I'm trying to figure it's that wall. Like, what's over there? Ain't buildings over there? Like, I'm so confused.
Yeah, well, the office is next.
Yeah,
too much behind the scenes. Anyway, but ultimately, I look at cancel culture, and I just think that if there was a better way to hone in on what we're trying to accomplish with cancel culture, then I think it would be necessary. Until then, let that be that. Oh, what you say, babe? Predator, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
get them up out of here.
Yeah, they canceled.
Get them up out of here. That's long time cancel. That definitely ties into with what I was saying earlier. With there are some people that you just there's no argument.
Yeah,
there's no conversation around it.
Out of here.
Predators, all of them. Get them out of here.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I heard this. I didn't look it up. I don't know how true it is or anything like that. Does California consider pedophilia like? Do they put it as a sexual orientation?
I know that they were pushing for that.
I remember hearing something about it. Didn't never look up, but
I don't know what came from that. I know that there was a huge campaign from a lot of people trying to make it a kind of a part of the LGBTQ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it was LGBTQP.
Yeah.
Yo, that is gross.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
And then again, look, they're making a mockery of that entire community.
Yeah.
You want to throw in pedophilia, and they're like, y'all need to get that up out of here.
Again, I only use California. At one point, I did want to move there, but of course, too expensive. But either way, if that's what California's on, I'll go to the beach and bring my ass home. That's about it.
Exactly. So they didn't add music to their situation.
I'm really trying to figure out what that is.
I think they're dropping an album. I think that's what's coming next.
Well, shit, the way the albums drop now with these irrelevant ass people, they might be able to do so.
Can we cancel the Kardashians? They seem to prey on black men.
Oh, they've been canceled.
They've been canceled with our culture so long. The issue is we're not the ones that control their success.
Yeah, that really is an issue.
They're making all the moves with the right people.
I've been saying, like, why the fuck are they so big? Why are they what they are? But again, we don't control that. We don't control that cash flow.
No, exactly. That's we're not the ones that's putting the money in their pockets. Absolutely
sure.
not. But I see everybody's bigging up old girl that smashed Tristan. That kind of broke up that whole relationship. That's hilarious.
Listen, that thing is so funny to me. What's even more funnier is, again, it's funny to me that people are that in tune to
other
this
people's
person's lives. What also baffles me is ain't nobody pressed. You ain't seen no pressing Tristan about nothing. Nah. They all pressed old girl. I thought that was funny. And what was even more funny was I seen something today that said he was spotted out with a girl that wasn't none of the people that didn't talk my way. I'm like,
bounce back.
Christian got hoes.
And you see Tristan
Tristan got hoes. Right. I was calling Christian. Tristan got hoes.
You see Tristan, he all about getting bored.
Yeah.
That's all.
But I mean, if he left, and then this is to Chloe, if he left his pregnant baby moms to fucks with you, what makes you think that he wasn't gonna do the same with you? And then on top of that, you have a history of of men that say they ain't fucking with you. Like you had a lot of black men that say they ain't fucking with you.
Long time.
Something got to be wrong.
I already said she may have been the one Kardashian that had like the best head, and then finally got the surgery to get everything. You know, kind of match out.
It was Lamar right that he said it smelled like earring backs down there. Is that true? No. He said it smelled like, bruh, do you know
earring backs?
Have you ever smelled an earring?
Fam,
or back?
I think everyone in this world has somehow, they don't know when, but they somehow have smelled the back of an earring and realized this is some different shit. I didn't know my body could produce this, let alone the one place I don't touch.
Wait. Imagine, so if your ear smell that bad, imagine what it must smell like down there.
Ooh.
That's gotta be bad. And what's killer is
come out the panties and flies start dying.
No. Remember, it was on like Scary Movie 2. He took down the underwear and bats flew out.
Yeah, exactly. It all makes sense, and that's why Lamar was on drugs. You hit that for
shit. If it smelled like earring bags down there, I can see why he was in a brothel. He was
okay. Big facts. He said that's like a belly button smell.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. How mad would you be now me personally? I mean, this may be TMI, but me personally, like, I'm gonna check to make sure before, you know what I mean? Before we get into the act, I'm gonna know if it's pleasurable down there. Imagine he didn't do his due diligence and just did his thing, went to the bathroom, was like, yo, what the fuck is that smell?
Nah, wait, that's one of the situations. As soon as he slid up in it, it's kind of like when somebody got that bad sit down smell.
Oh no,
it was just constant sit down smell. It was just constant sit down smell.
As he was going in, why do I keep smelling that? What is that?
It's funny. Back to back comments here. Lucy said maybe she isn't freaky enough, and then Truth jumped in. She seems like a missionary kind of girl. Jump in, missionary tomorrow night. Missionary.
How freaky
next
could
night,
you be if
me
it
on
smelled
top.
like earring backs down there? What if she know it smelled like earring bags down there? Would that limit your freakiness?
We're gonna find out.
I don't want to lift my leg up because I know if I do, it ain't gonna smell too nice.
We're gonna find out that Chloe's racist and she purposely smashes black dudes with the smell like earring backs just to prove a point.
Yo, that might be wilder than the Tristan story.
Just saying. Hey, it has to be something, you know.
That's funny.
Tristan been out here getting all the boxes possible. Lamar did every drug and then went to Cat House. Hey,
maybe that's why he's cheating so much. He can't get that smell out of his nose. He's trying to smell whatever box he can, so he ain't got to smell that.
What did I say? She looked like she poke holes in condoms. Yep, pokes hole in a condom, and she's the one Kardashian without a child.
Latex and earring backs. What a fucking smell! Jesus Christ!
Oh, it smells like an abandoned toy shop. Y'all ain't shit.
You know when you have really good water balloons and you filling them up and you just smell latex? Just imagine that, but the water was scented with earring back.
No, matter of fact, keep it on the balloon. It's like the dude that blew up the balloon, but his breath was kicking. So when he's letting it out, it's just like, you're like, fam, turn that shit the other way, bro. Like, I don't want none of that wind.
Oh, shit.
Y'all ain't shit. Anyway, getting off it. I don't even know how the hell we got on that. Whoever suggested that, appreciate you. They in they bag today. Y'all have got to hear our neighbors right now, yo. This is insane.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're wrapping up. I see we went well over what we were trying to do. But I mean, y'all still
having fun, right?
If y'all enjoying yourself, drop a like, whether on the YouTube.
Right. If y'all rocking out, y'all want us to rock out, let us know.
You know, it's on the YouTube or on the Facebook stream. Go ahead, drop a like if you're rocking with us.
Yeah.
Grammys. I want to talk about the Grammys. And I want to talk specifically about the hip hop genre, only because the other genres I have no fucking clue about.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with something that we can get off quick. I was thoroughly impressed. And at the same time, I knew what the hell was going on when they had so much hip hop, you know, R&B, black culture in the actual main album of the year.
Yeah.
And I remember when I got told that that's what was going on, I was like, are there any white people in there? Any artists outside of the culture? And like, yeah, one person. I was like, I guarantee you she wins.
Yeah.
Who won? She did. Can't remember her name, but she definitely won. It was like, yeah, we're going to load this up with
we're teasing y'all.
We're going to load this up with as many black people as possible, but you know where it's going.
Don't Be a Menace. The Wayans Brothers one is, I was fooling y'all.
It was a joke.
It was a joke. Yeah.
That's exactly what ended up happening when we thought we was going to get something out of the album of the year category. But to kind of switch off that, and this is really the conversation that I want to have. Better do the swipe test. Okay, so he's talking about getting back to Chloe's box. Here's the thing about the swipe test. What if that lingers on, like when you pump gas and then you try to wash your hand as much as possible, but you still smell gas? See, that's just cutting it too close.
Gas probably smell better than that box.
Oh, so they can hear them next door.
Oh, y'all can hear
them too? They said something like they holding a sermon next door. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have no clue what their religion is next door, though. We'll find out later. Somebody will drop something out there. But again, dealing with the Grammys and the hip hop portion of it. Okay. Let me preface everything I'm about to say with this. When it comes down to Cardi winning Best Rap Album, if we are going off of the success that she saw in that year, the fact that she was able to disappear for like 6 months, dealing with her kid, deal with the shit with Offset cheating, and now all that publicly coming out, even though I still kind of think that was a setup, but that's just me. Deal with all of that, still had the successful year that she had, still had singles that were buzzing to keep her relevant, and still was able to come back, drop more singles, drop more videos, and just keep the streets eating off of what she was putting out. Absolutely deserved album of the year, rap album of the year. This is one of the few times where I channel Kanye, and I think about the importance of artistry. If we're going from an artistic standpoint, from actual listening ear, Nipsey should have definitely got that. Should have got that rap album of the year. While we kind of go into this a little bit, y'all load up in the comments, let us know we're ready to have this conversation. But I just don't see how, if we are going from an artistic standpoint, it kind of seems like the Grammys pay more attention to artistry with every other category except hip hop.
Right.
I think they kind of just Google who's hot in hip hop, and then that's how they decide who's going to end up getting the
radio spins. For what the Grammys represent and how they operate, then yes, it makes sense for her to win. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not.
Right.
But like you said, like they made Google who's the hottest. I mean, she has singles. Cardi was getting played on the radio. You know what I mean? So for what that is, yes, okay, fine. But no, Nip won. But Nip doesn't have it. Does he? I don't think he has anything on the radio.
No, well, he had the last time that I checked record, but that wasn't buzzing enough.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, for what the Grammys represent, absolutely Cardi was going to win that category. I don't agree with it. Me personally, I think black people, I don't want to say black people, I think people of color need to have some type of prominent award show for them, because I think a lot of black people, a lot of artists don't feel that it's catered for them. You know what I mean? Or it's catered to the particular culture that they're representing. So I think if we can get something that says this is for this culture, and we can still include some of those other acts,
absolutely,
but something that boils down to this culture, something for this culture, you know what I mean, or something for just the artistry in music in general, then we'd be okay, because the Grammys ain't it.
Right,
the Grammys ain't it.
So we got AB and Lucy jumping in saying that they would have given it to Cole over everything. Cole had a fantastic album,
and to that. And I've told this to you, Los. I had an issue. I didn't know if Nipsey would be number one or Cole would be number one.
Right.
So I was going with like a 1A, 1B type thing. But then, like I told Los, if Cole is 1B, I kind of have trouble with that. But I kind of have trouble with Nipsey being 1B. So for me, it's like all in one, because I still replay both. Probably replay Cole a little bit more.
If we were able to give J-Rock, and who won it with J-Rock?
What do you mean?
The song of the year.
I don't know. I didn't watch. I don't know.
Let us know in the comments. I know it was J-Rock and somebody won Song of the Year. If they were able to share that, I think we should have been able to do a Cole and Nipsey, or a Cardi and Nipsey, or something like that. Because like I said, I'm not saying it's undeserved.
Right.
Again, if we're going off of how they meant, and he's pretty much going to be blacklisted from winning, I could definitely see that as well.
Yes and no. I can see that if Nipsey was like kind of the run-of-the-mill artist that we've seen, it can be great. But to typical artists, I think that he commands so much and people support him that are in those positions that he may get one off that. You know what I mean? Like he's in Jay's pocket. Well, you know what I mean? He fucks with Jay. Jay recognized that, and I think because just off that relationship alone, that he'll eventually get one. I think once it comes out, it may cause some rifts in that category, but I don't think him working on the doc right now is a catalyst for him not winning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Next year's Grammy, if it comes out before next year's Grammy, then yeah, maybe that's the case.
Right.
But right now, I don't think so. It's because a lot of people are unfamiliar with what Dr. CB did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. We shall see. I'm looking forward to that doc. And to your answer, K, no, I'm not watching that documentary. I fucks with Mike.
Or Leave Neverland.
You know what I mean? And then on top of that, I see that it's all bullshit. So I'm not watching that doc.
There was a I forgot what dude name was, but he was on Nick Cannon's class podcast, and he did another interview where he was talking about how he was one of the kids that went to Neverland during the time, and he jumped out with he was Rage distracted me with J-Rock win big facts. That's what we all doing. If you ain't trying to win in 2019, what is you doing?
Losing. Facts.
That would be the only one. Or tying and agreeing.
Tying. So, well, it's still a loss. You ain't winning.
You know, they give a draw to everybody.
The
Bronze Bomber got a draw. Anyway, we're off subject. When you look at the situation of me trying to say something that I completely forgot about because I got distracted.
Me trying to say what
No. I was trying to remember what the hell it was I was about to say.
I wouldn't know. I'm not in your head.
Well, you know what? We just missed out on the gym. We're just gonna leave that there. But it kind of going to the Grammys again. I saw you guys feel as if J. Cole may have been snubbed. Okay, let me ask y'all this directly then. Since these are the names that are getting thrown out, who had the better album? If we're gonna give a Grammy right now, we're gonna give a Noize Grammy right now. Who had the better album?
Ooh, that's
J. Cole, J-Rock, or Nipsey Hussle? Or do you think Cardi should have got it artistry wise? I'll let you.
That's a good
answer
question.
while they go through this.
If I want to go artistry wise, yeah, I might. Even though right now it's weird because again, I still want to say Nipsey, but if I'm going right now, I might give it to J. Cole.
Yeah, give it to J. Cole.
Artistry wise, I might give it to J. Cole because people for J. Cole killed 2018 as well.
No, he had a solid 2018.
He had
His features this year so far have been just. Well, no, these are all bled over from 2018. Aren't they?
Some of these bled over, but I think he has new features coming out. But either way, I'd give it to Cole.
Okay,
I'd give it to Cole.
I'm gonna have to stick with Nipsey. I've returned to that Nipsey album so much, it is ridiculous. I haven't had this feeling towards a Nipsey album. If you're a real Nipsey fan, you're gonna know. I haven't had this feeling towards a Nipsey project since Crenshaw.
I knew you about to say Crenshaw.
And Crenshaw had 176 songs on it, and you could play that all the way through. No skips.
What's your favorite song on this Nipsey album?
Ooh, that's not fair.
I know it ain't. It's a loaded question.
Man,
it's loaded.
We're gonna circle back to it.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay,
because it's too many bangers. Even the intro is perfect.
That when the old girl starts singing, I'm like, "Bruh, nigga!"
I'm telling you, he knew what he had right then and there,
man.
But anyway, so going into the comments here, we got AB saying J. Cole, we got Justin saying J. Cole, Kevin Hart was dope. Kevin's Heart was dope. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got,
and that was genius too. And I got to applaud Kevin Hart for that too. Like to be like, hey, yo, Kev, we know you fucked up. You know what I mean? I want to make a video and you going to be the guy in the video for him to be like, you know, fuck it. I'll do it. You know,
fine. I'll do it.
Yeah. I thought that was dope.
Lucy says the same thing. Cole. Skylar says Nipsey, then Cole. The concert was lit. The concert was absolutely lit. So I seen everyone's feeling like it was Cole. You know,
I'm saying if that was right now, like if I could do it right now, at that moment in time when the Grammys was going on, I probably would have said Nipsey. But right now, Cole. Nothing.
You said Cole, slight edge, but 3-3 are in heavy rotation. What are you talking about, Justin? Jump back in and let us know what you're talking about, Justin. Anyway, so I mean, I guess if we have to do it, the ear hustlers have spoken. Cole should have had Rap Album of the Year.
What's your favorite Cole track for this album?
What's yours? Let's start with yours.
It's tough because I'm really fucking with the second half of the album, but if I got to go off the top of my head, and I know I could get this wrong, probably Brackets.
Brackets is raw.
Brackets is my shit. I fucks with that heavy.
I hate to sound so cliche, and I hate to sound so anti-millennial, But 1985 is
no. That was 1985 is the shit too.
It's just because it's like it's not a diss record. It's
right.
Come here, little bro. Let's talk for a second.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the way it was just formed, and then he was just speaking real shit like throughout the song. KO, I've actually really fucked with KOD until it became a single.
KOD too.
I still fuck with it, but not to a sense of this is my favorite record on the album. And I hate when they take songs from the album and then make it a single that you probably wasn't gonna make a single, because then it kind of just ruins it all for me. Let me see. Oh, he said Cole, Nipsey, and J Rock are in rotation. That was the 3-3. Got you.
And I'm the same, Justin. Those are in my
same
rotation.
way, the exact same way. Yeah. Yeah, we got hour and 30 in. All right, so I'm asking one more question.
We don't have to edit this. Let's rock out.
Yeah, but see, we can make it happen
a little bit till we get stagnant.
So I want to know. I have a question. What would it take? I had to get comfortable. What would it take for you guys, for anybody in this conversation, to pull a Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Far as what?
Period.
Far as doing what he did, or far as getting caught?
But doing what he did, snitching.
Oh, far as
singing, letting it be known. In what situation do you think it is cool to rat on your people? Because we've seen it happen with Frank Lucas. We've seen it happen with Mr. Untouchable. We've seen it happen with a lot of prominent people who were the dons. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, at least for me. People like Frank Lucas, like you doing the business with X, Y, and Z. So for you to snitch, that's kind of a low blow because you was in that thing too. With Tekashi, it's a little bit of it's an issue because you can't say, yo, you was giving them money to do X, Y, and Z. But I think we all knew, at least people that were paying attention knew Tekashi was never cut from that cloth.
Absolutely.
Like we all knew
absolutely.
That. Should he be loyal to people that's kind of wronged him in a sense? No, he shouldn't. And he shouldn't even be in bed with them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It'd be very tough. It'd be very tough for me to do 47 years for somebody. Like it would have to be tough.
So we got somebody in the comments. He said, "Shit, my friends know I ain't made for jail." LOL. Yeah. And he said, as soon as I get in there, him.
Yeah,
that motherfucker.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Now, if it's something like if I'm involved in some criminal activity with some people and to lower my time, I got to censure them. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing that. That's not where I'm from. If I get mixed up in some shit and I'm finna take the fall for some other people's shit, you thought Tweety sung.
Nigga. It's oops oh my for real.
Man. And being in those close quarters, I mean, it's different from people that haven't been in, I wasn't there for that long, but being in those close quarters, like it does something. Like you instantly, like I walked in there and everybody, it was me, it was 5 of us in that cell, like when I was actually dressed out in the cell. And everybody was really cool and something like that. But in my head, I'm like, any one of you niggas even look at me wrong, I'm gonna be in here because I'm fucking
bang,
y'all
bang,
up.
niggas gonna die.
I'm fucking y'all up. But I was so much bigger than that shit to hold everybody in there, so I ain't had no issues. But
you're instantly the intimidating factor.
Yeah, I was. It was one guy taller than me in there, and he was tall, but he was skinny. The thing was, he had a whole bunch of tattoos and a whole bunch of tattoos on his face. I knew he killed 8 people, so I was like, yeah, that's
man was riddled with tears.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all.
We got Skylar jumping in. You have to have the potential to harm my fiance, mom, or daughter. I will do what I can to keep my lady safe. I will hashtag Cohen for my queens. Big facts.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Big facts.
Absolutely.
If it was a situation to where anybody that I love and care for is gonna get into any kind of danger, and even though the snitching will put him in danger as well, but it's like it's kind of more can be done if it's a situation to where some kind of harm is gonna come to the people that I love, whether I was involved or not. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta get them the fuck up out of here, because if I can't get them out of here on my own merit, somebody gotta get them the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I definitely can see that. But in Tekashi's case, and now I want to hear how y'all feel about him doing all the singing that he's doing.
Tekashi case, in his case, like actual Tekashi, not me, he doing what he doing right.
In Tekashi's case, I feel like if he, first of all, you are completely And that's even if they're really gonna fuck with him, because I'm pretty sure that his fan base are definitely gonna let it slide. But because you've created
Tekashi put out a banger talking about he snitching, it's gonna be a banger.
Right. The fact that he has put up this whole aura, you know, he put out this personality that he's just this real nigga that come from the street. He, you know, he really out here banging bloods. He really out here shooting shit up. Even though we knew the truth, the fact that you put yourself in that position, you have to really ask yourself, like, is this something that you should be doing? Is this something that
it shouldn't have been done in the first place?
Yeah, like, is this something that you should have been trying to promote and trying to be a part of? Because if you weren't ready for that other side, because with that whole lifestyle, with shit, with gangbanging, with drug culture, the whole nine, dead or in jail.
Yeah,
there is no happy ending.
I don't think and this is how I know he's not from that culture, because I don't think he had the knowledge to know that if you're gonna do this, you got to be willing to take everything in stride what's coming with it.
Absolutely.
I don't think he knew it was like that. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? I honestly think that he, in a sense, he thought it was a joke.
He found out too late, because if you really think about it, he had the like when he was kind of protected. But then last year, that's when shit really started hitting the fan for him. Like they shot up that nice ass restaurant in Beverly Hills trying to get to him.
A nigga trying to get to you when you get shot in Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills, right? And his bodyguard got hit.
Right. That should be the one place you should be secure at. Is Beverly
If there's
Hills.
anywhere that you can go that you should just be automatically straight, it's absolutely there. They had, you said what? Oh no, you got it. So they had that threw me off. He got him shot at in Beverly Hills, and then he had the situation at the video shoot to where he got Kanye shot at, basically, and almost got Nicki shot at had she been there on time.
She was being black.
She was being being Trinidadian or whatever it is she is. You got that situation, and then you got the fact that his boy started turning on. These are all things that old heads in the industry was trying to get him to see, like, dog, this ain't the lifestyle.
This ain't gonna do it.
This lifestyle would be the death of you. Quick. You know what I mean? So to see all that kind of turn out how it did, if you didn't listen to the OGs, whether they were your, you know, blood OGs or not, if you didn't listen to the OGs, now it's too late to. Now all of a sudden you right. You was right.
I seen that interview or the little clip that Fat Joe with him was sitting down and Fat was like, yo, the feds are coming. And sure as shit, they came.
Right.
So I don't know. I think for him, man, as crazy as this may sound, that's probably the best place for him.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if not, I don't think if Tekashi never went to jail, I don't think we're seeing Tekashi on social right now. I think we're seeing RIP. I honestly believe that.
No, I can see that. Yeah, no, they were coming for him. They were coming for his head.
Yeah.
So yeah, I completely agree. Got to jump into these comments real quick. So we got Charlemagne told that boy he wasn't a thug. Absolutely. But again, that's when your big homies, when your old heads are trying to let you know, trying to put you on game and you ain't listening, you kind of dug your own hole there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me see. In reality, he had no choice. His demeanor showed punk, and he really ain't about that life. Absolutely not.
My thing is, the people like us that knew he wasn't about that life, why did people that knew he wasn't about that life let him put on this gangster persona so much? You know what I mean? Like the people that's really doing it, why let him put on this persona so much? He basically saying, fuck y'all ain't really about that shit. Because in his mind, this was gonna work for him.
Oh yeah.
I'm just curious to why people that's really about this shit ain't be like, nah, my nigga, you're not getting away with that.
I'm not understanding why the people that he's claiming to be a part of are letting him get away with this shit.
That money.
Because you're making a mockery of what they respect and what they do. Like I look at the same situation with Soulja Boy, how he was constantly claiming, I'm from Pyru. I'm not saying y'all should have went and knocked his block off, but I'm definitely saying, like, how are y'all letting this fly? How are y'all letting this shit go?
They going and knocked this block off. They ain't. I seen that video. This was roughly around the same time Chris Brown was in the media for like the blood shit or whatever, but I seen a video where it was Soulja Boy and he was on like the block, and they beat that boy up. You ain't seen Soulja Boy claim blood too much after that.
He just claimed blood on the Breakfast Club.
I said too much after that.
He was like, I am from Pyru.
That's about it.
Anybody that says I am from Pyru, like, I did take the trash out. If anybody's talking like that when it comes down to gang banging, just accept that man did not gang bang.
Yeah.
Fake friends following him for a payday. Absolutely, okay. Absolutely. Yes. It is crazy what cats will do out here just for a bag.
For the bag, yeah.
For someone else's bag.
Yeah, the integrity, it just leaves.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's crazy to me how it's just gone.
I want to know what would y'all do? What are y'all doing for the bag? How you gonna fuck up your integrity?
What is the craziest thing that you're willing to do for let's give him $1 million. We'll give you a price point as $1 million.
His music sucks though. Yes, it does.
Right. We'll give you a price point of $1 million. What's the craziest thing, or what's the thing that you'd be willing to do that most wouldn't for $1 million?
And for like a consistent $1 million, like you may get like $1 million a year. Yeah, y'all just go with that. What would you do?
There's not enough. $1 million is not enough.
I agree.
$1 million is not enough. Like I know, no, I'm not.
To where you're
honestly not much, because I'm a. If anything, there's not. The way I look at life in general is I didn't have the money before I get proposed with this. So me not having it is not gonna, it's not gonna affect me too much. I can't. It's funny, like with being and acting and directing and stuff. People ask, or would you be willing to kiss a guy or do it? No. I'm not doing none of it. Now, if you want to allude, let's say if I play a character that just so happens to be gay, but you never see no type of stuff on camera, all right. But I'm not touching no dude. I'm not kissing no dude. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you like that, then you like it. Me personally, that's just not how I get down.
Right.
So why would I do that? There's no amount of money you can propose to me to do so.
Kay said I'd be a rapper. Facts. As a rapper, making
the way it is now, yeah. If I would have, better yet, if I would have known at 12 that when I turn damn near 30, rapping is gonna be like this, I might have stuck with it.
Have you realized that every rapper right now sounds like the Hickory Dickory Doc? You can make the illest trap record to the.
Do we blame that on Migos?
No, you blame it on Soulja Boy.
Okay.
Ringtone rap.
Okay.
I challenge anybody with that ringtone rap. I don't know. Yeah, it's something that if I needed $1 million right now, then I mean I probably rob somebody. But as far as doing anything that I have to like live with,
you said $1 million for right now. You pulling the Andy from Firefest on North for $1 million?
Not even kinda. But I guarantee you, somebody out here that's like holding back from saying about the Firefest. What? Fuck. That not happening at all. What's he saying? More like Dr. Seuss. Yeah, it's all Dr. Seuss rappers. Yeah. Everybody out here is doing Dr. Seuss rapping, but it's getting them that $1 million.
Yeah. So if you're doing something, and I guess that's where integrity comes in too, because if you're doing something that's that easy, like you're getting $1 million off with sound like Dr. Seuss, do you change it?
Nope. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the unfortunate truth of it all. If it is not broke, do not fix it. And they're not going to. Now, only person I've seen try, at least, is 21 Savage. And he's more so.
I think it's kind of working for him.
But I say it's working for him. It's changed his music itself.
Yeah.
But as far as the content, the actual listening, the musicianship, and all that great stuff, it's still kind of the same. But try something new. Go for it.
Wouldn't hurt.
Have no clue how we got on this subject, but that's fine.
Because you was sucking dick for $1 million.
Whoa. Not the Andy. Are y'all talking one? Y'all taking one for the team?
Lowe's taking one for the team.
No one.
Lowe's just made it apparent. Lowe's just sat up here and told us he was taking one for the team.
No one over here is even trying to take one for the team.
That's the narrative that we're going to paint. That Lowe's is willing to suck dick to take one for the team.
I remember when Kev got us that loan that we needed, and he wanted to make sure it was going to be unspoken. So I promise to not put him out there like that.
We still broke. No, don't try to switch up the narrative.
How are we able to get this studio? Everyone has to fire.
It looks like everybody is agreeing.
Decided that he's going to jump in and get his thing done.
No, and the killer part about it is it wasn't even Evian water. He got us Arrowhead. Imagine that shit. So I'm gonna just assuming if you got us Arrowhead, then your dick sucking skills must be trash.
You want to know how Kevs are just completely trash? There's Kroger brand water sitting up here. This is what
Kev's it was here when I got here.
Dick sucking skills got. Listen, it was the mystery delivery.
It was here when I got here.
It had a wink and it had shout out to Kev. And that let us know the whole thing going forward. But anyway,
don't try to switch the narrative. We know. Arrowhead Los. That's what we call him. Arrowhead Los.
It's not going to work out. Thank you. But no one here is gonna pull an Andy to see things carry on and go forward. If it does end up getting to that place, we'll just shut down. We'll just call this shit.
Wait, we gotta shut down because you can suck dick properly?
Because I'm not sucking dick at all. That's not happening. Hell no. If it came down to making sure
if it came down to beat, I'm talking about all the beat, not just the noise. If it came down to the noise, the beat will be no more, or you gotta suck dick. Which one are you doing?
All of y'all are gonna prosper doing amazing things. Because I have some of the most talented.
We all unemployed.
I have the most talented
Los
people.
won't suck no peen.
I have the most talented people in my camp. I know they are going to go on. Y'all are going to flourish. Listen, Beat Fam, if y'all are watching, if it came down to me sucking dick, we're no more. Just know it's raps. It's
well, apparently we know more because we only can get Arrowhead, so we can assume that it ain't good.
Listen, it's raps. It's not happening. It's not happening whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I do understand that Kev would suck dick to save beats. So I'm very happy.
Very happy that Kev is the talent.
A talent, exactly.
Kev is
put them talents to work.
Kev is a talent on Big Noise, and that's where it would be.
You got a little bit of list too. That's gonna give him that. So anyway, before we get kicked off the stream, I see. He even agree. Talents.
That's not something to agree to, son. No, not right now. Your timing is off. Not right now. No.
Oh man. So anyway, just to kind of just close out for the show.
Wait, what? What about eating Chloe's? Ooh, would you eat Chloe out for would you eat her out for $1 million? The earring back box? Would you eat it out for $1 million?
Is this like before or after?
No. I said earring back box.
No, can't say that I'm doing it.
I can't even.
I can't say I'm doing because I feel like as soon as you go down there and you get that Indian tier, the pollution tier, I'm not.
You said Chloe the Trail of Tears.
No, I can't do that. Nah, hell no. Like you, I don't know if anybody out there watches. What's the name of the show on Netflix? I'm losing it. It's a show on Netflix, and it's cartoon. And I'm just gonna keep describing the Big Mouth. I don't know if everybody watched Big Mouth.
That show is great.
But the way that the ghosts come out, I feel like that's what it's like when she come out of drawers and it comes up green, looking like the slime from Ghostbusters.
Oh
no, I'm not doing that.
Ooh, I'm with you on that one. I'm not doing that either. Mm-mm.
Thank you, Scott. He said we live in Vegas. We could pay someone to go suck some dick. And I feel like if you go to what is that? Wild Wild West.
That little casino.
If you go outside Wild Wild West, right there in the little truck stop. Listen, I got $20 and a McDonald's McDouble. If you go do this and save my company. So that is as far as I would go for $1 million. I would go pay somebody outside the Wild Wild West to go with Andy and go suck some dick and save Beat Network. So that's what I would do for my family. If I have the 20, understand Beat Network will survive. Boom. Hold on, let me see what this other one said. Earring back smell with come off with a 20-minute shower.
You speaking from experience?
So you've been earring backing, huh?
Right.
I got questions, Justin.
You a little familiar with that earring back smell?
He was like, nah, come on now. You can get rid of that. You're soaking some Epsom salt.
Right.
that should slide right off.
Right. Right.
Oh, shit. So anyway, one more thing we kind of want to touch on. Oscars. So
Oscars?
I watched some of it.
Yeah, okay.
Now, shout out to Jay Alonso and Dave Neff. They did the live for the Oscars. They did it at my apartment as well, so kind of had no choice.
Mm-hmm. You were there.
You said what?
So you were there.
I was there.
Yeah.
So, from what I've seen, it was a very Black successful Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but to be skeptical, only because it went from Oscars so white to all niggas is walking away with something.
Yeah.
Now that I think we were going to take the main stuff now, but Mahershala Ali coming through, getting 2.
Yeah.
But getting a second rather.
That's amazing.
Regina King got hers and very much so deserved as well. I actually look forward to everything she's going to be doing going forward for real. I just think that the fact that we walked Spike, we can't leave out Spike.
Yeah.
Spike got his first.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it would have been for directing. I actually thought they were going to give him Best Director.
Me too.
And then snub Best Picture. Well, I don't want to say
me too. I did
snub,
that. I sent my my predictions on the stuff that I felt was relevant to Dave and Jay, and I think I got a lot of them right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think I got a lot of them right. But I was happy that Spike won something.
Absolutely. Now, I want to get you guys' opinion for those that are still watching. How do you think this is going to affect the Oscars going forward? Knowing that we've probably seen some of the best urban pieces put out in entertainment in a long, long time, and Black pieces that don't put us in a situation where we're the thug, or don't put us in a situation where we're pouring all this other stuff. We're seeing legit Black cinema, you know, and painting us in a respectable light. So how do y'all see things going forward when it comes down to the Oscars, recognizing these kind of films? What did he say? Black Panther. Black Panther was an amazing movie. Don't get me wrong. And Black Panther was an amazing moment. If we're going off of how Cardi got her Grammy, then yes, I absolutely agree. But Black Panther was exactly that. It was really a moment. Was the cinematography amazing? Absolutely. Was it an amazing movie? Absolutely. From a cinema standpoint, that was going to get beat out. I wouldn't see a Marvel movie winning an Oscar over any of those other options.
I mean, me being that I kind of dissect movies a little bit different than some other people, I think Black Panther won for everything it should have. Everything that it was, the things that it was nominated for, it won in the 3 categories I feel like it should have won.
What did it win for? I know it won Best Costume Design.
Costume design, sound, I think, or something. It was something like not necessarily that people that go watch movies are looking for. You know what I mean? I think they won in that aspect. It was a good movie. I do believe it was kind of overhyped a little bit, but I understand.
Absolutely.
But I understand why it was overhyped, because this is the first thing that I don't want to say the first. This is the first thing on the major platform that we've seen that was for us.
Right.
We've had other Black movies, but they weren't on a platform like that.
Right.
So in a sense, the same way you said Cardi won her Grammy, then yeah, Black Panther should have won. But I don't think it shouldn't have won Best Picture or anything like that. No,
right.
I'm not with that.
Again, I think it was an amazing moment for Black people. It gave us that opportunity to kind of have that Star Wars moment, that fanboy moment. Like, you actually saw Black kids out there dressing up as Black Panther and going to the theater.
And
it gave us a superhero.
And this is something that I hate that Black people do. Black people went out and they called it corny XYZ. And maybe that's the case, but you can't sit there and down talk these people for getting their first movie where they can do something like that when Harry Potter sells out in 3 fucking cinemas and everybody dressed up like a wizard.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody dressed up like a stormtrooper. You know what I mean? Y'all consider that as, oh, they're just fans. They're being come on, man, come up.
We don't have that cohesive front.
Exactly. I expect the same people, if not more, to dress up in dashikis and do it for the next Black Panther movie.
Y'all better
come on, man.
Y'all better get all did. Now that you know, dashiki
come on,
game gonna be crazy for Black Panther too. Y'all better be prepared for it. But anyway, going forward with the Oscars, I do hope that, because we're only going to see better from Black cinemas. You know what I mean? We're only going to see, more amazing. Oh, appreciate you, Daryl. We're only going to see more amazing, feats from Black entertainers and stuff like that. And I really hope that the recognition is absolutely there. I really hope that the recognition will continue, and I really hope that the recognition grows, because we more than deserve it.
I have a question with that.
Putting out quality content.
I have a question with that. Why do you think Black people feel like they need that need to be recognized for stuff like that? Yeah, or in general, you know what I mean? If that's one thing I guess I kind of like about J. Cole. If you putting out dope shit and the fans know it's dope shit, do we need somebody to be like, oh, here's an award because you put out dope shit? Do we need that?
I actually have 2 answers for that. From the we don't need it is nah. I don't think we need it, because we champion people in our community. That's one thing that out of a lot of things that we're good at as Black people, like, we champion those that we feel as if should be put to that, should be held to that standard. To where I feel like we need it is, I can't remember what the quote is, but is victory belongs to the something. But to get my point across with that, I believe in our culture, you have to be legendary status to be accepted as the best of whatever. We'll use J. Cole as an example. J. Cole hasn't gotten a Grammy yet, to my knowledge. I could be wrong. J. Cole hasn't gotten a Grammy yet. However, he's going to go down as one of the greats. Tupac didn't get a Grammy, but he is one of the greats. That's a hell of a level to have to be on to be considered a great.
And do you think that you need some type of accolade to be that type of level?
I think that helps it live. That helps it live forever. Because you look at
but how could that help it live forever if we just mentioned Tupac, who hasn't gotten accolades?
Right,
Tupac
but
lives forever.
it has to be to that legendary status. You know what I'm saying? Like you got
So basically, if they're not a legend, then they're going to need that accolade to continue living after the fact.
To at least to put that timestamp in their legacy.
Okay.
Like it sucks. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just kind of shooting from the hip with this one. But that's kind of my take on it because you look at Moonlight. Let's look at Moonlight. Moonlight was an amazing movie. Had it not got the Oscar, it would have just been a dope movie that happened. Amazing movie, not legendary. I'm trying to think of an example for someone that didn't win that. Oh, boom. Prime example. Would you remember It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp if they didn't get an Oscar?
On the hip hop side, yeah, but if we're to be completely honest, I've never seen that movie all the way through.
That's a culture notch.
And it's not because they didn't win Oscars, because I never took the time. I mean, it's been on at plenty of time to say that I can go watch it right now.
It's been on BET every day,
it just never appealed to me to want to watch it.
Right. But that's what I mean by that. And y'all can let me know in the comments if y'all think I'm crazy. But yeah, I just kind of feel like do we need those accolades? No. Does it help solidify your legendary status? Absolutely.
Okay, I can see it was just a question. I don't necessarily think we need the Oscars. Honestly, it goes back to the same thing with music. I think we need to make our own shit. Like,
I agree.
I really do. I feel
we need to make our own shit and have it stick.
True, we do. But in order to do so, I think we need to have our own shit, and us as a community need to fucks with our own shit.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because right now, as we've been seeing with the past couple of years, we run media.
Oh yeah,
Black people run media, whether it be on a movie platform, whether it be on a music platform. Black people run media, so I believe if they got something together that can stick, same with the Grammys, they got something that can really stick, then everybody else will flock to it.
No Jaws in the Beat Network family at all. Nah, we all 50s over here.
Yeah, straight shooter. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's just me. I think if we can all do something, and we don't have to try to fit in with people that's. I don't want to say people. We don't have to try to fit in with stuff that isn't, nor will it ever be designed for us.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That just goes with anything. Make your own shit.
Right.
And the way we run stuff, eventually, the people that they're on outside looking in, they're gonna be like, no, we fucking with them because they got all the good shit over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's why try to get on with the dope dealer when you can just be the dope dealer yourself and have everybody take his customers. You know what I mean?
Then you're going to be Tekashi.
No, that's only if you get caught. That's just the way I look at it. I feel like we try so much as Black people. We try to fit in with, I guess, what we know instead of making our own, like putting the work to make your own. And I guess that comes to Black people feel like it has to happen within their lifetime. You know what I mean? They have to be able to see it. If we can live forever and you told me in the year 3000, the roles will be reversed in a sense. I guess that's the best way to put it. Black people will be on top and the others are not. I think a lot of people will be like, we can rock with that. We live forever, we cool. But if you told me, if I found out we only live to 80, or if we only live to 80 in the year 3000 should be good, people gonna have an issue with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I guess time plays a factor in that one, but
right.
I just feel like we just need to make our own shit.
And I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. We've had the BET and the Soul Train Awards for years, though. This is true.
That's true. And I plan on getting them, but not the Soul Train Award, but I plan on getting BET out the paint.
You putting out an album?
I'm getting BET out the paint. Trust me, I got a plan for that.
Here's the thing with the BET and the Soul Train Awards. No one takes them seriously.
Right. That's because Black people don't let it stick.
Yeah, we don't let it stick for one, but for two, this goes into my same argument with black businesses. we want to support these kind of things, but Soul Train Awards gets produced. The Soul Train production is really top notch. Soul Train definitely does their thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to incorporate Soul Train in this. BET Awards, however.
Before you get to that, Soul Train Awards, I think if people bought into that, they can be what everything else is.
Right. Soul Train Awards ultimately always ends up being like, the old school fest.
Yeah.
You know
BET Awards, I think people would get behind that if they were for us. It says Black Entertainment Television, ain't all black. But carry on.
Did you want to address that one?
Good night, buddy. Love you. Talk to you later.
Just wanted to throw that. We love the kids. But with BET Awards, it almost seems like they don't give a fuck about
that's what I'm saying. They don't give a fuck.
You see better effort put into the hip hop awards than the actual BET Awards. And this is, I went to school for producing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be able to see a lot of the things that happen with a lot of the shit that happens with TV. But there's people who never, even dived into mass media whatsoever that could still look at the production fuck ups with the BET Awards.
Yeah.
I just feel like BET Awards should absolutely be held to a higher standard because it is ours and it is of us. At least it was created by us. It's owned by Viacom now, but it's a whole nother conversation. It absolutely should be, but they absolutely should treat it as such. They should treat it as something that is a gem for the culture. And that's
why I plan on getting my thing far as the whole BET thing. I ain't gonna spill my beans now. Man, look.
I'm not gonna drop the sauce.
I got BET will be a footnote fucking with me.
You know it's real when you gotta hit him with the lip. Yo, this was the most fun 2 hours we've ever had in this hot ass studio.
We've been rocking for 2 hours, yeah.
And man, y'all really been sticking with us.
Yeah, y'all rock with us.
Y'all
I appreciate that.
Y'all are super real. We appreciate it. It's our first live. Let us know how y'all feel about this for this monthly format. And this is something that we can definitely keep going and keep rocking with.
And keep in mind, it's only gonna get better.
It's only gonna get better. Production.
So if y'all fucks with this, then imagine the next one.
Wi-Fi's gonna get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna definitely take it to Instagram next time around. We'll be I guess from a technological standpoint, we're gonna be better. But as far as the content is still gonna be the same. You're still gonna get the brash assholes that you see before you today. So if you like what you had here, if you like the involvement, you like kind of being a part of the show, please let us know, and we'll make sure we make this a monthly thing. Kev, let people know where they can find you at, bro. And this is you actually telling new people where to find you, so be prepared for that kind of
_ Hollywood Kev on Twitter, _ Hollywood Kev _ on Instagram.
All right. At Big Los IG on IG, Big Los on Snapchat, Big Los 89. I'm sorry, on Snapchat. Of course, you can follow everything Beat Network at beatnetworkonline.com. And of course, follow the Noize at the Noize Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can listen to the shows themselves on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Spreaker, which is the House Network. Is that all of them?
I'm running my head. Do we already say iHeart?
You would say iHeart.
I think that's everybody.
Well, Google Play. You can find it on Google Play for all my Droid people. Yeah, man, we're everywhere. So you can definitely find us. It's the Noize Podcast. And of course, follow everything Beat Network. I'm gonna drop the website one more time. It's right there. beatnetworkonline.com. And we have
don't forget we got the playlist is coming back.
Playlist is definitely coming back. So make sure you check in with us for our Tuesday tunes or whatever the fuck we're gonna call it. What else? Go to the website, check out all the amazing podcasts that we got on there, all the amazing content that we have out there. Shout out to the Beat Network family that came through and joined the conversation with us. Shout out to all of you, the ear hustlers, the new ear hustlers, the old ear hustlers. We appreciate y'all more than we can ever put into words. And thank you for allowing this, our first live stream, to be a success.
Yeah.
So I guess with the live cast, as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support. And as always, Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
It's the Noize. It's going to take a little more time to end it because we got reach. That's gonna be it for the YouTube.